shout. Wait till you see what Digger and Johnny are talking about. It's game over with Johnny and the Canuck. Laughing at a world that sorta sucks, so just forget the plan. It's game over, man. So sit in the chat, let's have a laugh. Hours planned are 3.5. Digger squirrels driving Johnny mad, reading chat backwards, making people laugh. Hey, who's yowling in the back? It's Al unloading on a dog's back. It's game over with Johnny and the Canuck. Laughing at a world that sorta sucks, so just forget the plan. It's game over, man.
And it's Friday, and we're doing a show. Flip it over. Yeah, how you doing? Slingblade, free the Tiger King. I put question marks in the chat, Slingblade. What do you mean free the Tiger King? What do you mean free the Tiger King? What are you talking about? What is the Tiger King getting let out of jail? Or are you just asking for, is there a like an appeal? I have not kept up on the Tiger King. I'll be honest. I haven't even kept up on the Liver King, which was to my detriment earlier this week. So, you know, it's been a lot for me, so I haven't kept up on the Tiger King. Oh man, that guy is a massive piece of ass, though. I don't know about the lady in question, but that guy, I definitely think she had something happen to her husband. I totally believe that, but I don't know about the Liver King. Cripple, how's it going? Yeah, there's no Canuck today. We fired her. She's gone. She won't be back at all this week. We have kicked her to the curb. She will not be here at all this week. Oh boy. We have $20 for Monday's goal. So if we knock that out, bang, boom, bang, hooray, yay, awesome. After everything that happened yesterday, we're down to $20 for tomorrow. So thank you all very, very much. I'm very blessed. Thank you. So that's where that's at. If you want to throw in the Venmo, PayPal, and Streamlabs things, are all pinned in all the chats. Or you have the YouTube, the Rumble Rants, and the Twitch bits, all available. Stickers galore. Go nuts. I can't remember the last solo show. Let's see. This week, there hasn't been one. Because I didn't do a show Tuesday or Wednesday. And Digger was here yesterday. So, yeah, there hasn't been one this week. Other than today. She has a tendency to jump on Fridays sometimes, but other times she's got shit to do. She's already in the chat over on YouTube. Yo, 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 yo. Hiya, kids. Happy Friday. Gotta get some... Fine Chugs have got to get some chunk plays going. I don't know what chunk plays are. In reference to what? I feel like chunk plays goes in reference to a sport. Are we playing a sport? Are we playing a game? I don't know. But best of luck to you getting some chunk plays going. Johnny, you've pinned the wrong message here in Rumble. Oh, I did? Oh. Ain't that hilarious? Yes. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know I pinned the wrong one. That's pretty flippin' funny. So there we go. Got it. Thank you. Good. Mr. Q saying good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Mr. Q. Hello over on Rumble. God, all the chats are blowing up. I can't keep up with them. That mic needs fixing? What do you mean the mic needs fixing? Oh, that squeaking noise you heard was this. It was my grinder. It's really old. Digger, you sick? Sorry to hear that. Oh, Brian's not doing well? Oh. Well, congratulations on getting to go home sick. Hey, Digger. Hello, everybody. Oh, everyone's saying hi to Digger. So chunk plays is football, refers to big yardage plays. Oh. Well, let's get some chunk plays going. I mean, the big GoFundMe day is next week, next Friday. So if we were to get chunk plays going, it's just to get to Thursday. After Thursday's school's knocked out, it's like, let's hold off and save all the craziness for Friday. It's kind of the way we do it. Yeah. All right. So caught up there. We're good. Pinned the right messages. We're all on that. Great. Oh. Oh boy. It's a lot. My leg, like, I don't know if it's the weather flipping around, but my legs have not been happy lately. I am fucking struggling. Johnny, my last day. Yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that, King Kong Dong. I am sorry that you will not be able to check out the show after today. I hope you can maybe stop in on Friday. If you can make a time at all Friday to pop in and be like, yo, bitches, that'd be cool. But I understand. Hey, it's Johnny. Good to see you today. Hello, Riding Dirty Llama. Welcome to the program. Hello, Wild Saffron. I haven't seen you in a while. As in, since yesterday. Wasn't really around yesterday, I don't think, actually. So, Dong, how come? Well, he's got a new job. King Kong Dong says, I'll miss you, but not the old pay. Understandable. In this economy, getting a job, congratulations. Congratulations. I am fortunate that I get to do this since I have nowhere else I can go and nothing else I can do at the moment. But we're working on all of that. Don't moan about the weather, Johnny. We're still in a heat wave. It's less caring about the weather and more caring about my body's reaction to it, St. Caesar. That's all it is. That's all it is. How is that cheating, Riding Dirty Llama? We're just... He got a job. That's the farthest thing from cheating. So, you shall be missed, my liege. I mean, he's not like he's going to be gone forever. He's just not really going to be able to tune into the show regularly. Things happen. Up in the North Woods, and there was a fiber optic cable severed. No phone, no Wi-Fi. Just intense cribbage games and wine. Wow. Were the cribbage games more intense because of the wine, or was the wine uninvolved with the cribbage game intensity? What about the cribbage games was intense? Were you wagering like legit shit? Like, I won Ted's truck. The dumbass doesn't know how to play cribbage. Like, we play high stakes cribbage in this motherfucker. Loser does one round of the Russian roulette pistol. Yeah, congrats on your new job. Got a job that requires my attention more than my current job. I'll pop in when I can, especially on the punishment show next Friday. Next Friday will be interesting. I don't remember. I keep thinking it was Special Emissary or somebody else. I remember somebody challenged me to do the Buffalo Wild Wings Blazing thing. We're going to have a price point for that. We'll auction that off on the week leading up to. If we hit that, then we do it, you know? My husband cheats at cribbage, and with wine, I struggle to catch him. That's kind of like the fisherman getting drunk, so that way it's an actual sport. You know, after a few beers, you and the fish are on the same level. I have a good job. I just don't go, says Brett McHart. Well, now you're a bitch. How many of us wish we were in that situation? I just don't go. And they don't fire you? All my stuff's work from home, so it's a pretty sweet gig when you can land it. So I'm over here now. Now he's on the YouTube. He can't pick a platform. But that's the benefit of having the 3 platforms with 3 chats. I can still follow you from A to B to C. So that's great. Digger, you're not on the show today, but this first clip that we have is a Canadian experience in Alberta. Alberta, Canada. And apparently this is a grizzly encounter in Alberta, Canada. This is where I'm like, Canada scares me sometimes. People are like, oh, Canada. I was like, it scares me. Tomorrow's our anniversary, so we're chilling in the woods. Congrats on your anniversary. You have Wi-Fi in the woods, but not in your home. All right, then. All right. Free Alberta, says Mr. Cute. We don't have anything on the Free Alberta. This is about just literally the things that are roaming free in Alberta. So we take you to Alberta, Canada, where dude walking his dog just came across a bear. This is where you guys can't have guns. You can't have shovels. They're too dangerous. I'm like, no, you need a pistol to deal with that. I know they have those bear popper noise things where it's like, oh, the noise scares the bear. Like, I want something that does more than just scare the bear. I want something that I can use to fight said bear. Is the fight futile if me and the bear really go at it? Probably. It's not the point. Point is I want to fight the bear. I don't want to just, oh, look, I've got an industrial strength party popper. Like, what? It's a freaking grizzly bear. And I'm going to say this right now. Props to the dog for having some balls right now staring down the bear. That's a big sumbitch bear. This doggo hopefully doesn't die, is looking like he's pulling on the leash, like he's itching to go.
Go away.
Did you psst a bear? I know they say make noise, make yourself big, but one, you're actively retreating right now, which is going to make the bear feel confident. Two, psst, that's not really being loud and intimidating. That's like Karen in the grocery line, like, psst, yo, hurry it up. Brett McCart, what you want, Johnny, is claymores. Probably. You're talking about the landmine, right? Probably the claymore mine. Also wouldn't mind the sword just from a history, like a claymore. Like, that'd be a nice thing. You need a rifle or a Desert Eagle for a bear like that. Yeah, probably. But I'll tell you this. You pop around in the bear in the face, he might reconsider what he's doing. Say, you know what? It's not worth it. Digger, yep, it's a strange thing. If you live out in the woods, you tend to run into wildlife. Yeah, but the idea that you're not allowed to have weapons if you're out in the wildlife. The bear has obviously had lots of human interaction. He's not scared at all. Well, she pshed him. Why wouldn't he be scared? Live in nature and no pew-pew. That's like driving through a drug ghetto in a convertible with the top down. Right? It's just asking for trouble. I feel like, it's one of those things where the old adage, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. This is a need it, not have it moment. This is a very need it, not have it moment. Cocaine bear. It could be. It's in Alberta, Canada. How much cocaine do they move through the woods through there? You can have guns, just not handguns, says Digger. Oh, so she can carry a long barrel rifle to shoot at the bear. It's entirely impractical. King Kong Dong, I can barely stand this story. It's, you know what? Her interactions right now are unbearable.
Say. No. Ah. Hey. Ha. Ah. Hey.
Dude, making noise at him and retreating is not helping. You have got to stand your ground at some point. Balls deep, can you pause it? I'm going to say that's a more creative one than we've had in a while. Can you pause it? You see, I used bear instead of bear. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I saw what you did there. It's Canada, so meth bears is Mr. Q. Does a pot and a pan banging together scare it away? Maybe. She doesn't have that option either. She keeps backing up and then going, "Mrr." Like, you need to, like, literally hold your ground. Or as George Captor saying, or wheel your ground. Wheel your ground. Lock the wheels in and you just don't go anywhere. You got the idea. He's going to the mall. Ah, and he's taking her with him. Do a Wolverine battle stance. Try it. What's the worst that can happen? Actually, that won't help, St. Aaron, because you'll be down low. Because Wolverine's battle stance is arms wide. And like, roar. You want to be standing up tall and be yelling. Be loud. Be aggressive. Does she like it bareback? I don't know. But she might find out. she might find out. If she backs up any more, this bear's gonna fucking eat her. Like, yeah, you're being loud. You're kind of making him reconsider his choices in life. But every time you do that, you also put in a lot of distance, and he goes, you know what? I'll get a little closer.
Stop! Enough! Hey! No! No! Hey! Hey! Stop it! Stop!
This is where you need a gun. Dun dun dun. You need a gun.
Stop! Enough! No! Hey! Hey! Stop!
Again, you've got to start getting in there. This bear is literally fucking screwing with you at this point. Leave Pooh Bear alone. I don't know. Pooh Bear seems like he's being the instigator. I would have shit myself for sure. Matthew Q. Winchester 4570. Don't leave home without one. Ryan Lana is saying she's doing what she can. You know, the bare necessities. The simple bare necessities. When a grizzly's trying to eat your frickin' dog. Oh. Ma'am, keep running and see how it goes. That bear owns her. Oh, it's owning her hard. Dude, the bear is literally doing laps around her. The poor dog. Damn.
Stop it! Go away! Go! Enough! Hey! Bad! Bad! Hey!
Yeah, you're a bad bear. You're a bad bear. Keep telling him that. I don't know if you noticed or not. He doesn't really speak English and apparently also doesn't feel shame. So keep telling the bear that he's misbehaving. That is totally going to work in your favor.
Stop!
I mean, at this point, at least kick it. All right? He's gotten within kick range multiple times. Teach him he doesn't get in close without a thwacking. George, bad bear, bad bear, bad bear. Yeah. Pick up a limb. Pick up a tree branch. Clap at it, something. She's holding her phone in one hand and the dog leash in the other. She can't clap at it. She's too busy filming it. I know that, like, there's a temptation to want to share all of these amazing moments you have in your life and go viral and all that stuff. I know there's a temptation for that with people. But, like, at this point, like, dude, seriously, stop filming the fucking bear. You've got to deal with the bear. Don't film it. Can I pet that dog? I want to pet that dog. Like, yeah, the bear. I think the bear wants to do more than pet him. I'm assuming that every store in her area has bear spray. It probably should. It's Alberta, Canada. She is definitely not properly prepared. Also, George, you bring up a great point, but how she's supposed to use this stuff when one arm is holding the dog leash, one arm, fuck you, Johnny. One hand is holding the dog leash, one hand's holding the cell phone. Now, granted, I appreciate that she did film this encounter because I'm using it for content. But still, I would prefer to have to find a different story or read about this in a written format more than watch the video.
Enough! Get! Go! Stop it!
Oh, great. So you stopped filming once you got there. Great. So once the moment was over. Yep. Yeah, don't worry about it. No bear spray for protection. She sounds like she's no bear spray. No, they make these like fucking loud ass popper noises that are supposed to scare off bears. It's all the sound of a gunshot with none of the effect. It's something I saw in a couple of survival shows. There's a variety of things she could use to protect herself from the bear. She could also not live in bear country. That's also an option. and now she runs, for fuck's sake. Well, now that the bear is not clearly pursuing her directly, you have a little ability to run. If she ran before, she'd be bear food. And she goes home to change her pants. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. That is a laundry day event. The bear did nothing wrong. The bear was being a bear, in all honesty. He just really wanted to eat your dog, you know? I mean, you got to understand, he's out here trying to survive. Your dog is a meal on legs. It's convenient, you know? You eat chicken, you don't seem to mind. He just wants to eat your dog. So there we go. Again, I know she doesn't live in Alberta, but it's just like, yay, Canada, where the bears are everywhere. Canada. Johnny's exotic bear paw soup? No, I don't think so. And why would it be exotic if it's just a bear? You know what? I'm done asking. You should hear the sounds she makes when she runs into a man in the woods. Bad! Get out of here! Yeah! What are you yelling at? Some guy. Some dude. And that's another thing. Back to nobody asked about this, but back to the Yeti, the Sasquatch conversation. The same area that Sasquatches frequent apparently is also like bear country. Bears don't with Squatches. Squatches don't ever encounter bears. That's never had a bear just dragging Squatch corpse around. It just seems weird. Matthew Q. Seen a red fox today. I haven't seen a lot of them lately because the coyotes chased most of them out of the area. That's sad to hear. The bears probably outnumber the people. Probably. And that's why I don't recommend living in Alberta, Canada. There are a lot of bears. I'm even more disappointed to hear you can have a rifle but not a handgun. And I feel like if you were going to scare off a bear on a close encounter, rifle's less more unwieldy. But I guess, I don't know, you could have a higher power rifle. Dixicle and Vagina Biscuits Friday. Lab Glass, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Blame Canada. It's not even a real country anyway. Blame Canada. I mean, for the bear thing, yeah, we can blame Canada. That whole clip, that was Canadian. This is Albertan, Canada. Through and through. Dob bears. The hungry bears eating the dogs. Okay, so this is a sad report to go on. I don't know that I want to do this one, actually, if I'm honest with myself. More than 25 million adults under 35 are living with their parents. And some of us are living with our ex in their basement, like, because it's just that hard to fucking get a place. Whatever happened to Donald Trump was supposed to push that bill? Whatever happened to that bill where single family homes need to be owned by single families? Like, we were supposed to set that whole, whatever happened to that whole thing? I know we went to the G7 summit with a bunch of people from the finance world. It's just weird that never got anywhere. It's almost like he put the bill up just to be for show. The type of handguns that you would need to hurt that bear would probably break your wrist, and she could definitely not shoot one. All right, fair point, Mr. Q. But I'm saying that you don't need... You just need a deterrent. The bear's still going to feel it if it gets shot by a 9mm gun. It's still going to get hurt. The noise is going to be loud. It's going to be like, whoa, that escalated quickly. Everybody's telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, which is fair. Digger saying you do not want to go after a bear with just a handgun. Fine, then give me a goddamn bazooka or a flamethrower. Give me a flamethrower. Who wants charbroiled bear? We're having a bear bake. That's what we'll do. Hi, Balls and Digger, doing laundry, listening. Well, we're glad to have you hanging out. It's for me. I don't know what you are doing. Oh, well, I mean, I guess, everyone has their own choices. So at least you're sharing yours with us. If you're offering, I'll take some. Take some what? Bear bake? Just baked Alaskan bear. It's served in a similar way to baked Alaska. You got to char the outside of it, but it's not a meringue. It's a bear. Mr. Q saying bear meat is good. So, yeah. I guess I need a high-powered rifle if I move to Canada, and I'm on the lookout for bear. And I don't back down from no bear. I lock my wheels in place, and I hold that motherfucker. Balls Deep. Bear meat sucks, bro. Now 2 vastly different takes. Balls Deep says it sucks. Was it Mr. Q who said it was good? It would piss the bear off even more. Oh, if you shot, I guess, maybe, but what do I know? I sit in a chair talking at a computer all day. Flying by the seat of my pants here. Maybe the bear would get up and dance. What, if you shot at him? Maybe. But yeah, Mr. Q says bear meat is good. Balls Deep, bear meat sucks. Unless it's exotic from... No, there's no exotic meat store, and you spelled Johnny wrong. The bear will see you have your parking brake engaged and back away. Right? He's going to see me lock both those wheels in, and he's going to be like, oh, this guy ain't going nowhere. And then I'm going to, like, rack around. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called, where you do the thingy? I imagine if it's a rifle, I'm going to have to do something. Or do I got to pull back on? I don't know. We'll worry about it when we get the gun. Nobody in their right mind would trust me with one. Because you shouldn't. Brother-in-law brings bear sausage every time we go camping. Amazing. Bear sausage. Know if she played the Super Bowl. I don't know. Now I don't know. We're talking about the Super Bowl. That is completely confusing. I'm at a loss there. I don't know. We're doing this one. The Hill. So yeah, people are still having trouble finding a place. The trend is still ticking down from the pandemic level. 18 to 34-year-olds are still living with their parents. I'm literally having trouble finding a place. Had a whole bunch of dick punching on that agenda happen today. I got more loopholes to jump through. Right. Great. No bear spray for protection sounds like she... Oh, we covered that a while ago. Holy, my face. Jesus, thank you, LabGlass, for the 500 bits. That was loud, and like I looked at the screen, and I know it didn't actually hit me, but I feel like I got smacked by that thing. Right there. Oh no! Oh jeez! That's how you deal with the bear. You just scream, "Oh no! Oh geez!" at it. That's all you need to do. Thank you for the 500 bits over there on Twitch. He hunts so much, they feed their dog. Thank you for the 400 bit. I don't know how I'm supposed to just smoothly transition into what we do after Peter Griffin jumped on screen and farted on us. It's a weird place to live in right now. Now I just feel strange. Nowhere near a hype train, though, because it seems like it's all LabGlass. So thank you very much for the 400 bits, LabGlass projects. All right, so adults living under 35. It's like it threw me off. I'm completely derailed. In fact, so much so that I'm not going to go over this depressing story because I thought we got that legislation written and it didn't get passed and didn't go anywhere. It's amazing how Donald Trump can complain that the war in Iran isn't getting enough support from Republicans or Democrats. But Doge, when they didn't pass any of the Doge cuts, he didn't say a thing. When they tried to pass the Epstein stuff, he fought it. It's just horrible. Thank you, Fettuccine Poo Poo, with the objection sticker. We are now 100 bits or a gifted sub away from a hype train on Twitch. We have 3.5 minutes. If you want to help out on Twitch, now is the time. All of that goes towards our goal, which is at $20 for Monday. So thank you very, very much for all of your help. I am the wrench in your plans. You are, Lab Glass. You are consecutively the wrench in my plans. You and Fettuccine Al Poo might really wrench things in a minute here if things go crazy and I have to do stuff, because I didn't know that I was going to do that. Thank you, Mr. Q, for the happy poop and the 10 jewels. I don't know how that equates to money, but and I don't, and this isn't about Mr. Q. YouTube needs to like reimburse me more for having to just read happy poop on my screen all the time and wonder and then look over, because I never remember that it's for 10 jewels and it's happy poop. It doesn't have the emoji on it, just says happy poop. Thank you, Fettuccine Al Poop.
Guess what?
Oh, fuck.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Here comes a train, a busy
Here we
little
go.
train, rushing up and down on the Daisy line. Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes the train, and here comes driver Ted too. Wah-hey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
Wasn't really anything in that, which is probably for the best. All right, so we're at level 1. Thank you very much. We just kicked it. The was that? Just got assaulted by level 2. Screw me. Oh, level 2, 38%. Great. So we're starting at 2. You guys remember the days when you started at 1? You know, it's just crazy. Thank you very much. We're at level 2 now. I gotta get this. Stay. The Alucard sticker. Gone but not forgotten. And by gone, I mean I think he's asleep on the couch. Pretty sure last time I saw him, he was asleep on the couch. Level 2, Johnny. Yeah, it's level 2. 45% of the way through level 2. 3.5 minutes to go. I've got a controlled burn I can do off of this here. I think we have a video with this. If we do, I want to play it. Please tell me there's a video. Deny non-essential. Okay.
Well,
All right. Dude, this is 20 minutes long. What? All right, we're going to play this just to fill while we do this. We're bringing it into the local area. The Minneapolis City Council members have voted and agreed to lift a 38-year ban on bathhouses and sex venues. And it's like, ew. Really? Like, I'm not okay with public sex venues and bathhouses being accepted. Just say what you mean. You guys can suck and fuck in the bathhouse, and it's not okay. Fiery Podcast, Minneapolis sucks. Yeah, it's not awesome. It's not awesome. In fact, I don't know that I want to do this video to fill a hype train in the background. Instead, we'll go to Kash Patel's girlfriend, who came out to sing the national anthem at the kickoff of the Great American State Fair. But how do you can't have a state fair if it's whatever. Anyways, so we'll check out her singing performance while we do this first controlled burn. That hype train is at 45% of level 2 with 1.5 minutes. Looks like it's probably going to finish there. Thank you very, very much if you've been part of it. I appreciate it. I feel better now. Well, I'm glad you got that out of your system. Los is getting ready to open now. Oh. Well, he can anytime. Anytime. All right. Here we go. This controlled burn. We'll flip over. Controlled burn 1 of 2, and we'll do the second one at the end of the hype train, apparently. Hi, Fiery. Yeah, welcome, everybody. So where is Johnny supposed to get his daily dose of the cure? What? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
By the
This is really quiet, dude. Like, your mic is... Or it's not... You're picking up everything behind you. They're washing you out. I'll say this. I've heard worse renditions, but we are about to hit the high note, if you will. This is where we dig deep and hit it hard. We got 2 seconds, 1 second, 45%, level 2. That's where that finishes. Thank you so much. No, there's no. It's just not. I'm not gay. Lexi, I'm gonna miss you to. I expected her to sing it in Hebrew. Well, we had to give her the gig. She's been banging Kash Patel this whole time. To she's just a good girl doing her job. You can't punish her. You got to give her reward. Apparently, her reward was letting her sing at the 250th America State Fair. So there we go. Send her to India. Is she from India? I'm going to say this. She doesn't look like she's from India. She got kind of a Kate Holmes thing going on. Is that the name of the chick? What's the chick that was in Dawson's Creek and then, like, I don't know, hooked up with, I think, maybe like Brad Pitt for a while. Not Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise is what I'm thinking. That couldn't be. No. Was that? I don't know. Oh, Kash is? Well, we don't need to send her there because he is Katie Holmes. I was right. It was Katie Holmes who I was thinking of. It's just kind of a Katie Holmes look to her. But all right, I've given you your pause. I have my second controlled burn to do here. So let's back that down a bit since we're not going to keep going. So let's hit the play on this and see just how well you do on the big note. I'll even rewind it just a touch so you get your wind up without my pause. It's not the worst rendition I've ever heard. Thanks, Lab is better. On the plus side, AIDS will hopefully wipe out. Oh, dear Lord, no. Never heard someone get so much shit for her mouth is being used. Oh, dear Lord, Saint Caesar. That's not okay. She's a better looking version of AOC. Oh, okay. It's not the worst rendition I've heard. I'll say their sound guy really botched the job with having them right there. Like, the band right behind her is going to wash her out. She's literally standing right behind the wind section. That's just going to be bad. USA, USA, hell yeah, baby, sing that song. This is Mr. Q. It wasn't bad. I mean, I don't know what the world's take on that performance was. She did 1,000 times better than some of those. Oh, dude, yeah, no. I agree with Margaret Wood on the internet and a lot of the other people. It was she sang that pretty well. She hit all the notes. That was a legit decent performance. Why isn't he proposing it's time to man up, Kash Patel? I mean, yeah, that's a pretty decent performance. B2 Spirit Stealth Bomber performs a patriotic flyover kickoff event. What? We got a bomber flying by? I'm sorry, this is more impressive than whoever was singing. Like Kash Patel's girlfriend, fucking Ariana Grande, whatever. I don't know. I'm more amused by this. This stuff isn't supposed to be real, is it? It's all fake. You know, it'd be hilarious if just as they get over the audience, they drop bombs. But they're all gift bags. Hooray. Why does the plane have an escort? Is someone going to come in and shoot it out of the sky? It's just weird. Like, is this plane not allowed to go where it wants to? Like, it can't go places unattended? Does it have an impulse spending problem, or? I'll say this music is fucking lame as shit. America. That's a big ass fucking plane. Now that's just frozen. I don't want to see that. All right. Now there was Whitney Houston was still the best at the Super Bowl. Are the Jews still in charge? Jesus, man. Not just any bomber, a B-2 Spirit. That's a lot of tax money. Yeah. It is. It is a lot of tax money. Now, is flaunting that bomber also kind of like because we're still around with Iran? So it's like, hey, we got to flaunt the bomber. Like, hey, guys, remember, this goes another way if we want it to. If we want to, we can just totally. I enjoyed her not adding flair. Yeah, she kept her performance pretty succinct. It was nice. I'll say this. I've heard people sing it worse at baseball games. We've made mockeries of people who've done it worse. That was a pretty decent performance. I'm not going to shit too hard on that. I mean, she had to bone Kash Patel to get there, so at least she made the most out of her opportunity. Oh, that's the funny part. The funny part is that was her reward. Like, hey, here's what we're going to give you. Here's your 10 seconds of fame singing the national anthem. You can prove you've got some pipes, but that's it. That's all your reward is. So the four F-22 and a B-2 that's over $5 billion in aircraft. Again, I still don't understand why the B-2 isn't allowed to just go on its own. Is it going to, like, run off to Russia if we don't keep an eye on it? Is it going to be like Broken Arrow and they're going to eject its nuclear missile cargo and we have to call out the nuclear radiological response team or whatever it was called? Randall Flagg, hi Johnny. I apologize for making fun of your wheelchair. I don't care. I should continue to make fun of you for other reasons. It's fine. Fine. You're not the first, won't be the last. Gotta go do a thing. Yeah, well, thank you for hanging out. Please refrain from doing anything visually funny or interesting until I return. Well, that's a big ask. We got a lot of show still left to do. Impulse surrendering problem. Whose woman are you talking about? Strippers got me banned. I wasn't talking about anybody's woman. I was talking about. I was asking what the B-2 bomber does. That if it has like an impulse surrendering. Did I say surrendering? I don't know. I was talking about the B-2 bomber though. That's where the joke was. Just so we're clear. You never know if there's a John Travolta on board, right? You never know. Oh, and then he's gonna rope Howie Long into it. Oh man, dude, remember how that movie they had a bet of like $5 between them for fighting, like boxing and stuff? And back then, $5 meant something. Oh man, I'm military, but no expert of why things are done certain ways, but it seems to work out. Stealth and can drop the mobile operations as well. I don't know. Pilots probably still needed practice, or they just wanted to get their hours in, And then who doesn't love a good air show with four extra aircraft and one big ass bomber? You know what I mean? Like, it's just fun. None of them have any weapons on them, from what I can see. I feel like with the B-2 flies overhead, the doors should open and it should show off, like, look at my payload. Like, there we go. But hey, who am I? Who am I? They need the flying hours for training? Perhaps, and that's what it was. It was a straight flyover. There was no fancy loop-de-loops. Wasn't like we were looking at the Blue Angels. Nope, just no fun, like, smoke cloud trail things, nothing. They didn't spell out stuff. No offense. No offense, Air Force, or was it Air Force? Yeah, that's Air Force. The B-2, like, I should hope that that's Air Force and not still Navy. Like, Navy sneaks in to the whole, like, thing, but I should hope that. Still, point being, it's really sad of you guys. I've seen better drone performances. They're all stealth. They're not supposed to display their weapons. What's the point? It's like Shay, like, hey, look at my convertible, but I have to keep the top up because I don't want to show off. Like, fuck off. Can't have missiles hanging out your show on radar. Right, but they can lower them, right? Again, in Broken Arrow, like, the doors can open and they can lower them, right? Like, then... Plus, we're in our country. You can show on radar for a little bit. Put them away after. Like a chick with her tits. Just put them away later. The Army has more ships than the Navy, and they are way more tech. F-22 and the B-2 are strictly Air Force. The Navy uses the F-35. So then, what about the F-16? We still use the F-16, right? I thought that's what my brother worked on. If I remember correctly, that's what he used to be a crew chief of, F-16. Anyways, so yeah, hurrah, America. We flew some planes. Again, Kash Patel's girlfriend's performance wasn't bad, but hooray for America. And boop. Last of the Harrier jets for the Marine Corps were retired last year. Oh, that's sad. Harriers were the ones that had the vertical takeoff and landing. Do we have anything else that does that? Do we have any VTOL fighter jets anymore? I know we have, like, different aircraft that have that capability, but who runs the A-10s, this fire podcast? Who watches The Watchmen? I mean, we'll be here all day if you want to know. Fun fact, no U.S. aircraft has been in an official dogfight in 40 years, says Randall Flagg. So that means, so you're saying we've had dogfights, but they're unofficial, or we've just never had an official dogfight in 40 years? Because that would make, to me, that would sound like we've got to get some people to go see Tom Cruise and, like, practice, because like we're getting, fuck it, we're probably getting chubby, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta get in shape. Chevy JB, to be honest, I still don't understand how the B-2 flies. Oh, that's a matter of hitting speed fast enough that it just has straight lift. It doesn't have vertical fins and stuff, so it's probably got a really wide turning radius. But yeah, it flies almost in the sense the same way a Frisbee flies, only without the spinning. Just has straight lift going for it. Kind of the way a kite works. Kite. Okay, so we're getting to the end of the first hour. It's the Friday wrap-up show. We have our big funding show next Friday where we're going to do all the torture stuff. I'll have the price for the Buffalo Wild Wings thing on Monday. So whoever wanted to do that, like, you'll be known. It'll be known publicly. I seem to have forgotten. I didn't write the name down to the person asking for it, but we're going to look into it. We do the fundraising show to help pay for the shows going forward, and all that great stuff gets us ahead for the month. I can't imagine Fund It Friday. Yeah, the GoFundMe show, you know what I mean? My friend's cousin is Terry Nun. Take my breath away. Cool. But we do that to fund the show, to get everything. But when we get our goals met and we have our money thing, like, we're good, right? Like, I don't feel a need to do anything else excessive. So to find out this next story that we have coming up, that somebody could be paid millions of dollars and still do something utterly stupid and get themselves in trouble, I'm like, why? Why would you? Let's catch up with the chat first before we get to that. No aircraft is. I honestly don't understand how BG flies. Iraqi Air Force was decimated in the Gulf War. I don't even think they got off the ground. They did not recover from the Iraq War years later. But do we count any of that as dogfighting, though? Is that just our bombers and our fighters just hitting their targets beforehand? Wasn't much of a fight. Rusty Grammar, damn my Bluetooth. I hop in the cab and it's playing Rockin' 101 and not Game Over. Like, what? Am I half a... Oh, dear Lord. Sounds like a mistaken identity, says Wild Saffron. Apparently, they thought you were someone else. And they thought you enjoyed listening to that. I can't tell you how many times I get annoyed when I pair my phone to the car and it doesn't pick up, and then it just goes to the radio. And I'm like, I don't want it to be on the radio. No station in specific, just I don't want my car to turn on the radio. At this point, I want to pair my phone with the car and listen to my stuff. And it's just more and more the way that stuff's going. Like, my parents have cars, and some of theirs, just you put the phone on a pad and it charges the phone wirelessly, and you compare it to... I don't understand. Radio is great, but I don't like listening to it. I don't like people picking my music for me anymore. I feel somehow insulted, like, and you thought I wanted to listen to this? I don't like the commercials. Just not fun. It's not a fun thing. Anyways, but maybe that's just me. As we were saying earlier, a Detroit Lions player, $14 million contract with a $7 million signing bonus, and now he is facing a life sentence for armed robbery. I'm going to guess that contract doesn't finish paying out in the event of you committing a crime. I don't know specifically, but I'm going to guess that's... We stomped Iraq with cruise missiles and stealth bombers before they could do anything. So yeah, so that wouldn't even count as a dogfight then. I think a dogfight has to be with other other jets or whatever. And now everyone's switching to drones, including us. It's UAVs and drones. So it's like, yeah, how much longer before the pilots aren't in the planes and the things just fly out there? Because then if it gets destroyed, you don't have to worry about rescuing a pilot or losing a pilot. You guys just sitting at the desk. And let's face it, gamer nerds are eventually going to become the Air Force. And the Space Force. Let's do it all. The Space Force too. We'll fly a bunch of fat gamer nerds up to the moon. We'll give them remote-controlled drones, and they fly around in space, protecting our moon assets, our massets. I don't know. 50 cruise missiles and 86 AGM missiles were launched from our Navy in the first 12 hours of Desert Storm. That sounds like a lot, How is that comparable to what we're doing in Iran now? This is a question I would ask you. Gamer Needs to Being the Space Force is exactly what Ender's Game was. Oh. So it's not... So what you're telling me, Randall, is it's not impractical. F-35 AI capable, but it always goes rogue in simulation. Again, Chevy JB, I'm saying, what about remote control the drone? the UAVs and stuff. Do we not have long range UAVs? And like, aren't there like Army and, or no, not Army, but Air Force commercials of like people piloting the drone things? If we haven't been working on that, I'll be surprised. Because they used a bunch of drones to make Skeletor's face like live in 3D over Hollywood. And if anyone can have that technology, we better have something. Nope, can't do it. Not on this budget. Sorry, can't get her done. All right, so Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold has been arrested in connection with an alleged armed robbery. He signed a $14 million contract in June of 2024. So we're just coming up on 2 years into your contract. You got a $7 million signing bonus. You got to be sitting on at least a couple of bills, my friend. But instead, you decided, let's see if it's a video on this. Does not look like there's a video. Yep. Oh, wait. Will be held without bond in Florida, armed robbery and kidnapping cause. Oh, so he can't bond out? That's interesting. We have to wait for this ad to end, and then we can probably go over to this story. And, oh, my bad. The U.S. shot down a Syrian plane in 2017. Before that, it was 1999 in Serbia. That's the most recent. Crazy. Let's unmute this. Right. All right, Rachel Graham, hit it.
Look at Lions quarterback Terry.
Wow. I said Rachel Graham hit it, but apparently somebody hit it and hard. That lady's packing. She's about to pop.
Arnold inside a Florida courtroom today. It comes after his arrest in connection with a kidnapping and robbery incident back in February. Today, a judge ruled he's being held on no bond while a date has been set for his pretrial detention hearing next week. Our Hannah McElray talked to fans who say they're surprised by the events.
Oh, really? We're surprised by the events. Really? So you're telling me you didn't have that in your bingo card that the Detroit Lions cornerback would commit armed robbery and kidnapping? You didn't guess that. Wow. Welcome to, we're surprised. It'd be more of a shock if you're like, yeah, makes sense. You know, honestly, ever since we signed the contract, I'm like, there's something skeezy about this guy. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but something about him fucking sucks. Should have known then. Matthew Q, if only you were good at football, Johnny. I wasn't. I was okay at hockey. I wasn't good at football. If I tried a little harder in hockey, I got discouraged by a bunch of different things, and I didn't have any family support or anyone supporting me in terms of hockey, and then I just kind of gave up for that reason. I was like, nobody else cares. I don't really seem to care, I guess. Politics got into it. That was the part where I got pissed. Like, I was in high school hockey, and I'm like, there's politics in this. Thought we were playing a game. Fuck. It's the Detroit Lions. What do you expect? I would expect the guy to be like Damian Wayans and the Last Boy Scout. Oh. What the heck is, Brian? They threatened to take your house. What are you talking about? It's been so long since I logged in. Oh, I think he's talking about in the wonderful world of Final Fantasy. I love that they don't do that in WoW. Communities are a whole different setup. It's nice. It's got its ups and downs, though. We've got so much space for stuff we don't use. Anyways, that's not important. Should be getting off topic. Squirreled a lot. So yes, this guy is again up for a life sentence for armed robbery and kidnapping. We'll see if they talk about all the evidence they have against him, but they have substantial evidence against him. It's not like they just kind of paired him with it. They got a case.
Star Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold in police custody after turning himself in Florida. Police say he's accused of orchestrating a violent kidnapping and robbery. We spoke to Detroit Lions fans who say they're in shock and hope he didn't do it.
Innocent until proven guilty, but as of today, I don't think he's going to be out there for training camp. I think he's going to be missing the first half of the season, but I feel like sometimes you can't have good things in Detroit is what it's feeling like we're cursed.
I don't know. You got a pretty good extra chin going on, man. You seem like you're doing all right. I'd be rich if only I had money. Right? That's all of us. He's going to plea and get 6 years of probation. I hope not. Kidnapping and armed robbery? This is racist. We was cornerbacks. Well, I don't know about we. It's mostly a he. He was a cornerback. I don't know that he's going to be back on the corner. That sounds wrong. Whole different kind.
The arrest comes as the Lions training camp is in full swing until August 19th and the season start date Wednesday, September 9th. Arnold, who was also active in the Detroit community, had a pro camp scheduled in Auburn Hills for July 10th. I contacted pro camps, whose headquarters are in Cincinnati, and have not received a response.
You just don't expect it out of Terrion. Honestly, he was like one of the last people I'd expect to ever get in trouble.
According to Tampa police, the case dates back to February 4th of this year. Investigators say 3 victims were pistol whipped, held at gunpoint, and robbed. Arnold is
Again, you got millions. Why are we doing pistol whipping robberies? Randall sounds like he's still active in the Detroit community. Not like that.
Is accused of coordinating suspects and directing the attack. Authorities say group chats and live-streamed video links Arnold to the crimes. He is facing 4 counts of kidnapping and 4 counts of armed robbery.
I think that's sad because he's a very good player and he was young. I think they should let the
If he's about to say they should let the jury decide, I'm like, well, who's their jury?
justice system to have its due process before we pass judgment.
In a brief statement, the Detroit Lions wrote, "We are aware of the matter and will not comment at this time out of respect for the ongoing legal process." EAG Sports Management that represents Terrion said in part, Terrion categorically denies involvement in the matters. The government appears to be relying on testimony from multiple convicted felons who have admitted their own involvement and may have substantial incentives to shift blame. Reporting outside of Ford Field, Hannah Mackle.
All right, you're not going to talk about the part that they have him on video too? Like, oh boy. Authorities allege that Arnold played a central role in the incident, accusing him of coordinating suspects. Yep, we have that. Arnold and his co-conspirators were trying to get the jump on people who had robbed him out of $250,000. As if, okay, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. They seem to have a lot of evidence. Good luck to you, buddy. There are 5 or 6 other guys who I think would have been into pistol whipping. You don't expect it from Terrion, right? Like, let's be honest. That new guy, what's his name? What's his fuck? Anyways, I looked at him and I thought that guy will pistol whip a bitch. Like, but not Terrion. You thought Terrion was a good one. Like, I get you. Nice, dang snitches. Oh wow. What did they steal from him that he was trying to get back? O.J. Simpson went to jail for that. Right. Even if that's true, they somehow stole $250,000 from you and you're going to yank people up and get that back street justice style still isn't okay. So in the court of law, wouldn't that make your crimes still your crimes, regardless of your motivation? Like, hey, they stole from me first. Right, but you kidnapped them and robbed them at gunpoint. Just because they had your possessions, that doesn't make it okay. That's usually when you're supposed to talk to the police and you're like, these people stole this from me. You were able to get them to an apartment, but you couldn't get them into a police sting operation to get your stuff back. I see. $250K sounds like a Miami Vice episode. What'd they take, though? Jewelry? Obviously not just cold, hard cash. I'd hope not. Have to be like jewelry or something. Barry McCockiner. Hi, Johnny. Hope you're doing well. I'm feeling better. I'm still dealing with some stuff, but I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well, Barry McCockiner. All right, so he's probably gonna, like, you say 6 months probation, or not 6 months, but what did Brian say he'll get? He's gonna plea and get 6 years of probation. 6 years of probation, that'd be bullshit. Although, if he gets 6 years of probation, do the Lions keep him on? $250K worth of Funko Pops. People don't realize how expensive Funko. I hope not. I hope if I pass anywhere in the near future that my daughter doesn't inherit Funko Pops, that when she's older and they're like all worth money. That'll be sad. I have a few Funko Pops, I'm not going to lie, from a couple different periods in my life. And then there was a time when people thought, hey, Johnny likes Funko Pops. And so guess what I have a few of? Alan, the golden butt plug. Where did we get to that? Why are we on that? That doesn't even seem relevant towards anything we're talking about. Or, well, I guess he could say that's what the $250K is. I get you now. I apologize. Now, Ryan, you're talking into the conversation. So, is a golden butt plug. I would think that's got to be a pretty big bejeweled butt plug to be worth $250,000. And if it is, you don't want to put that in your ass. Not even because of the financial value, just because the diamonds are going to hurt. Just, why would you do it? Nope, don't see anything about him being robbed. Well, that's part of the claim, I guess, that I'm reading in the text part of the story. Sources close to the scene are apparently some people are providing context that Arnold and his co-conspirators were trying to get the jump on people who had robbed him out of $250,000. That's, again, what some are saying. The February 24th orders stated from the armed robbery and kidnapping were a direct result of Arnold and his friends deciding to take matters into their own hands after Arnold's rental home was robbed twice while traveling in a car with Arnold back from Tallahassee. Yeah, so his rental property was robbed twice. $250,000 worth of stuff out of your rental property? What do you have in your rental property that comes up to $250,000? Like, do you have like gold and silverware or something? That's kind of dumb. Because you said that property earlier in the story, they said you listed that as an Airbnb. So you've got people on your Airbnb, and they've got access to $250,000 worth of your shit, and you're just trusting them on a Yelp review that they're going to be fine. Like, well, I am going to give you a negative review. He's not the starting quarterback, so I say he's cut, says Mr. Q. Right? He's a cornerback. So they'll probably let him go. Maybe he was cosplaying in anticipation of GTA 6, says Randall. Well, that is the worst cosplay idea anyone's ever had. Once again proves you guys take it too real, we get a problem. You can't get too real with this shit. Don't let it seep into your life. Don't get too real with this shit. Oh my God. Chevy JB says, my bet would be art. Okay, that's still, you have expensive art pieces up in your Airbnb? You don't have them locked down or put behind some sort of case? I would probably get some level of protection on them. Because, again, an Airbnb, people could see from the photos what's there. Any asshat could just decide to up and steal your shit. And if these people did that on your rental property twice while you were out of town, you still don't have the right to, you know, round them up and pistol whip them. I don't want to know, Brian. I'm not even reading that. We're not doing it. We're not going there. I'm not talking about that. There are things on the internet that I don't need to know about, all right? That's all I'm saying. So we're not going to do the 20 minutes of press coverage, but if approved by Fry, and I'm sure it will be, the action repeals the 1988 ban on adult bathhouse licenses. It also removes language meant to modernize city code and eliminate barriers to developing licenses for adult bathhouses in the future. So the city council removed that ban. Bathhouses are back in Minneapolis. Oh, boy. I can't wait. The ban was to prevent AIDS.
LGBT.
Okay. This is a 37-second clip. The ban in 1988 was to prevent the spread of AIDS and the outbreak of AIDS. And now...
The only out LGBTQ plus person on this council. I say it because I know what it has meant for so many in our community to have no one in this chamber who could look at this ban and say, I know what it cost us. I know who this ban was aimed at, and I know that the hate that came with this ban was wrong and still is.
So what you're saying is you think effing dudes in bathhouses is cool. Monkeypox mysteriously returns to Minnesota. Yeah, again, it was to crack down on AIDS. But anyways.
Someone who will acknowledge that bathhouse restrictions have a history that is intertwined with anti-2S LGBTQIA bigotry, in particular the history of homophobia in Minneapolis. And today's vote is a step to try and rectify past harms. The only
but look, I'm okay, fine. You can have your bathhouses, just don't have sex in them. Just don't hook up with dudes in the bathhouses. If you can't do that, I have a problem. I have a problem. Just saying. What's the difference between that and a homo bar? The fact that there's baths. Why do we need this? Because they want a place where there's a natural excuse to be naked, I guess. I don't know. America doesn't come from a culture of like public baths. Like it'd be one thing if we were Japan. Like Japan has a culture of like bathhouses and public baths, but they also have like strict rules of etiquette about the whole idea. For example, you're not supposed to be naked and you shouldn't be, you know, sucking and fucking your friends. So I don't have a problem with a bathhouse existing. I would never frequent one, so it doesn't seem to bother me too much. I just don't want those bathhouses to also have people engaging in sexual activity. I worry that those two aren't going to be separated. And that once again, this is one of those things where we'll do this, and then in a couple of months, we're like, and look, somebody got R-worded or whatever. Anyways, so Minneapolis, bringing back bathhouses. What? You must be naked in a Japanese bath. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that part. But they have public baths, right? Bathing is like a national pastime. I don't know. I didn't realize it was a need. That's kind of creepy. Now that you mentioned, that's just a little weird. All right. I'm hearing somebody's subs going off in the background. And it's weird. I'm feeling the vibration. It's driving me nuts. I'm sure you guys are hearing none of it, but it's annoying. We haven't checked up on Johnny Somali in a while. I haven't. I haven't done an update on him. So we've got our boy Legal Mindset here, and I like and subscribe his videos. Please do the same. If you like getting caught up on this stuff. So we'll let him break down everything that's happened here. We'll kind of clip over to this quick. We'll jump around in a bit, and I've got a few things to say about the end of it, but let's go.
Khalid Ismail, aka Johnny Somali, is staying in jail. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, who's been covering the Ramsey.
I've been watching all of his coverage. If you enjoy the coverage, simply look up Legal Mindset on the YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Ismail Johnny Somali saga from beginning to end. And as we had today, the sentencing in what is called the second trial or the appeal, we finally know that Johnny Somali is staying in jail, which is a fantastic thing. Now, let's get right into it and what this means. So the judgment, which came down today, upheld Johnny Somali Ramsey Khalid Ismail's 6-month sentence.
Man, he really
so
booms into
they
that
had
mic.
the option to extend it, to go up to the prosecutor's recommended 3 years, or to go with what Johnny Somali wanted, which is 0 leniency, to let him out, send him home, get him out of there. Well, they didn't do either one of those things. They just upheld the original judge's ruling of 6 months. The only change was they looked at the law and said, actually, we cannot permanently confiscate his iPhone. So that would actually be illegal. So they actually were able to say, okay, after he's out of jail, when he gets out, when he's going to be deported, yeah, then he's going to get back his iPhone eventually. The 3-judge panel...
So he's going to get deported in 6 months?
Rejected explicitly the prosecution's call for that longer sentence or the defense's call for leniency. So they didn't buy either one of the arguments entirely. Somali does have the option within the next 10 days to appeal to the Korean Supreme Court. That would be a written opinion. There's no oral argument. There's no extra calling of witnesses. So that would be something that is coming in the next couple months. It'll happen very, very fast. And further, when we look at what's going to happen, already both
Randall Flagg, fun fact, Johnny Somali has been a guest on Ethan Ralph show, and Ralph is pro Johnny Somali. I'm not. I don't like nuisance streamers, but Ethan Ralph's his own person. He's allowed to like who he likes. If he enjoys his company, he's been a guest on his show. Well, sounds like in 6 months he might be able to have him as a guest on his show, but it sounds like personally, I would like to see his prison sentence not be what they're saying here, where the judge considers 2 years trapped in Korea as part of the punishment. I don't think that should count, personally.
Foreign and Korean netizens are already angry over this verdict. Most people think Johnny Somali should have been given over a year. However, there is this concept of the process being the punishment. And the judges in Korea seem focused on the fact that he was there for 2 years under that travel ban, and they seem to be counting that towards his sentence. So essentially they're saying, okay, well, he was stuck in Korea for 2 years, so we're treating that as if it was actual jail time, which it's not. I don't think those things are one-to-one equivalent, but that's the way the judges are treating them. They're saying, hey, that's like 2 years, and therefore we're going to tack on 6 months. So it's sort of like he's been in there 2 years and 6 months. Well, not really. In fact, he was messing around, getting drunk, having shenanigans with Hank. All of that stuff was happening. A lot of it was happening over that 2-year period.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think that should count. That should not count. The process is the punishment. No. The process is part of the punishment, especially if it doesn't count towards the time you have to serve. But maybe they just want him out. Higher Raiders says, while it's everyone, yes, Bricks Gaming rating the stream. Thank you for rating the Rumble stream. I appreciate that, Bricks Gaming. Glad to have you hanging out with us. We've got about 2 hours or so left in the show. A bunch of different things to talk about. Right now, we're talking about Johnny Somali. I paused it, and he looks bad, so I should probably play in a minute. We're going over Legal Mindset's breakdown of what's happening. The judges are taking his time in there for the whole court case and everything as part of his sentence. Just fucking not okay with that myself. But who the hell is Ethan Ralph, and why should I care? He's just someone else who streams, Mr. Q. Someone else who streams. It's all it is.
For me, I don't think those things line up, but that's the logic the judges in Korea are going with, and that's what we have to hold them accountable to, and saying, hey, is this going to be a problem with other streamers in the future and other nuisance streamers? And I think that's what both foreigners and Koreans are kind of coming out and saying, yeah. That's not enough of a deterrent just to lock somebody in Korea. They're going to end up creating content.
I'm going to be honest, like, if you're really going to lock him up for 6 months and he's going to do 6 months in Korean prison or whatever, he's going to come out and he's going to come back to America and he's going to shit all over South Korea and their justice system and everything else. And he's going to say, what are you going to do? Come get me. Is he allowed to stream on YouTube? Is he just going to be banned from all the platforms? He'll go on to Patreon or something. Like, 6 months, again, isn't going to seem like much of a deterrent, especially since the 2 years that he's been here don't seem like they've been a whole bad.
Or doing other stuff during that time, that's not really going to be a complete problem for them. And really, the end of the Somali saga is coming soon, but this is a story of the next future nuisance streamers and that are going to come to Korea and cause problems in many.
Not just Korea, like Japan, everywhere else. I don't know of a whole lot of nuisance streamers that come to America and cause problems. I'm guessing they would have to be from other countries, so it doesn't really seem like content I watch. Most of our nuisance streamers that we have that are homegrown are like Jack Doherty level nuisance streamers. And those suck, but if he gets just 6 months, he's going to be right back at it again, like, and the next person won't be that worried about it. Unless he's suffered in some way that he can't stream that I don't know of. Otherwise, yeah, no, he's back. He'll come back. He'll do a run on people's shows. He'll go on Ethan's show and just be like, yeah, fuck Somalia. Like he did before. Like he did leading up to all of this. He has turned face every time. He'll do it again. But that's disappointing. The 6-month sentence just being straight up held. I was hoping they would at least consider doing a year. It'd be interesting to see how he handles doing a year. My brother shined shoes in Korea. They put cigars out on his back. Can we do to Johnny Somali? Dear Lord. All of that sounds massively inhumane. I don't know that I want to cause him physical pain. I don't want America to associate with him. I think he makes us look bad. That's all. Just kind of, it's a general piece of crap. I would like to see him suffer more time for his crimes and his behavior. Otherwise, what are we doing here? You're not getting rid of this. We're waiting for the next one. So there you go. All right, but there's our update on the Johnny Somali saga. I do have to mention, I haven't seen him in the chat at all. I haven't seen Los Federales today. Our studio is sponsored by Los Federales Bathhouse and Creamery. The only bathhouse we endure and support. Endorse, not endure. The only bathhouse we endorse. Just doing so off my rocker today. Bathhouse we endorse is Los Federales Bathhouse and Creamery. It's hot, it's steamy, and at the end you can get something creamy. Los Federales, Bathhouse and Creamy. Johnny is lucky his name wasn't George Floyd Somali. It never would have been. That's weird. Suffer. Yeah, I like I said, 6 months. From what I've seen thus far, I don't think Johnny Somali comes out of 6 months and feels like he's been punished and learns a lesson. I think he comes out and he's polite, and at best, he's polite and quiet and restrained. And as soon as he's deported and out, once he's back on American soil, no one can do anything to him. It's fuck all y'all. That's it. Not you, the other Johnny. So this is why I don't like that guy being named Johnny. It gets confusing. And he picked it as a pseudonym to run around and be an asshole. And I'm like, really? It's just shitty. It's just shitty. All right, so let's load our second hour stories, seeing as how we're halfway through that. We've got 2 hours left in the program. We're hanging with you fine folks before the weekend kind of winding down, so we've got a couple of different stories for you. Few things to talk about today. Oh dear Lord, we got a dude.
For the first time ever,
don't
pricing
no
for everyone
for
on
the
a
first
new
time ever.
Genesis at
Shut up.
Genesis of St. Cloud.
Shut up. Shut up. We got a dude who where is it? Who got trapped in a campground toilet. So there's that one to talk about. We got somebody who's sharing a space with apparently this has got to be out of Australia. Yep, Australia. We got somebody in Australia showing us why you'd never want to live in Australia. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on in Venezuela. Ooh, this is supposed to be there, and that's there. So we've got a couple of things about that. Then we've got speaking of South Korea, maybe we should do this one in the beginning. We've got South Korea's testing against swarms of drones. Like I said, I don't think manned aircraft is going to be much of a thing. I think it's going to start being cheaper and easier to have like remote controlled shit. So we've got a story there. Pittsburgh. Oh, we've got another story of somebody abusing the like the welfare stuff. We've got a food stamp fraud case out of Pittsburgh. It's not just Minnesota anymore. All right, so there's that one. And that's, I assume, after the ad. Yeah, dick. Skip the ad. What the heck is this?
Including a manager, are facing federal charges accused of downtown Pittsburgh. 2 7-Eleven employees, including a manager, are facing federal charges accused of exploiting SNAP benefits. Investigators say Abdul Jallo and Alicia Mastritoni are accused of exchanging food stamps for more than $660,000 in cash at the downtown convenience store. Customers would then use that money to buy illegal controlled substances. Prosecutors say they tried to conceal it by using fraudulent universal product codes at the register.
So you guys decided we'd just commit $500,000 in food stamp fraud. Awesome. No, stop. Christ. Fuck off. I want these sites to stop force fucking you with a video. Good morning, Johnny, says Alan. Good morning, Alan. I just, 666,000 in fucking food benefits. Yeah. Every single recipient of those benefits should be discontinued. Like, I'm sorry, you've lost your right to continue your your SNAP benefits when you're trading them for cash so you can go buy illicit substances. Yeah, see you later. This is for food. If you don't need to buy food with it, then you don't need it. See you later. Bye-bye. So, and then as for the people running the scheme, I don't know. Deport everyone. Yeah, I guess. One of them's Italian. The other one was fucking, I don't know, Jamaican or wherever. But the point is, send them back. Send them back. Everybody involved. All of them. Just all go home. But yeah, so it's not just Minnesota, you guys. You can relax. It's also in Pittsburgh. They're doing it in Pittsburgh. Johnny Muppet stinks. You talk about me? Then you don't need to be here. Am I a Muppet? Oh. All right. They got greedy. Dude, they didn't have a backup plan. They're using false UPC codes. Eventually it kind of all comes to a head. But they got $666,000. Do we get any of that back after we arrest and prosecute everybody? Probably not. Well, that's only been happening since they invented assistant programs. Right, but I'm just saying if we have people that are doing this, then we should have caught all the people that are going there and changing out their benefits, like all of those. If we can catch these people doing it, we should kind of cut them off. That's all I'm saying. Seems like a fairly simple thing to do. Kermit Somali. Oh, he was talking about Johnny Somali. That's why he's calling him a Muppet. Now I get it. See, again, this is why I hate that his name and mine's even spelled the same. It's just like, ugh. If it was spelled different, it'd at least be tolerable. But again, he picks it for fun. That's my name. Like, I didn't wake up one day and decide that's the one I wanted. Fucking dicknut. But yeah, 6 months. 6 months is bullshit. He needs more than 6 months in prison. This whole like, oh, he's been here for 2 years under a travel ban. Ooh, I bet it really sucks in South Korea. All right, so yeah, we did the 2 employees recover there. I don't know why I keep getting stuck on that. I remember a lady getting baby formula she didn't use to trade for dope. She didn't need it because she was breastfeeding. Drug milk for baby, I guess. That story seems a little jumbled. I remember a lady getting baby formula she didn't use to trade for dope. She didn't need it because she was breastfeeding. I'm confused. So she used it to trade for drugs or not? You're saying she didn't. You know what? I'm going to move on because that's like a logic bomb that would destroy an AI. It's proof that I'm not an AI. I would glitch out right now. I'd be like, what the? That we just left turn out of nowhere. I have no idea what that's about, and I'm gonna let it go. We have a feel-good story. Is there a video on it, or is it just the pictures? Okay, so apparently, I was talking about this yesterday, and let's open image in new tab. Open image in new tab, and image in new tab. We covered that story yesterday about the dude who jumped in to rescue the drowning dog, and it was so obviously an internet fake setup thing. This is a real situation. Firefighters jumped in to rescue a dog, or at least what they thought was a dog. According to multiple reports, the dog was rescued in Florida. Firefighters were left perplexed. They were trying to rescue this dog from a river, I think, and he kept swimming to different sides of the canal. He seemed to be stuck. Firefighters finally managed to corral the dog. They found out the dog was a coyote pup. And so they rehabilitated him. I think and they released him back into the wild. But yeah, this is an actual one. The real ones happen when you have literally only still photos. Nobody stopped to turn on their camera before rescuing the dog. So Karmic is half Somali. It's come out. Well, good for him, I guess. You know what? I'd say this couldn't tell that by looking at him. Johnny, no streams this week, only today. No, I didn't stream on Tuesday or Wednesday. We were back yesterday. I did Monday, Thursday, and Friday. I was sick Tuesday and Wednesday. I got done with Aaron's show on Tuesday, and I was feeling really, really bad, and I kind of got through that through Wednesday, and now we're back. So I wouldn't say no streams this week. It was 3 of the 5. Majority of the week. We just missed the 2 in the middle. It's happened before. I'm sorry, but we're back. You missed Digger yesterday. Digger and I had a great time hanging out yesterday. The baby got bad milk from mom. All right, yeah, I can understand the baby getting bad milk from mom, but then what was the formula for if the baby wasn't? Again, it's more work than it's worth to untangle whatever the hell you're talking about. We're kind of moving on anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Junkie Logic says Wild Saffron. For who? See, now I'm just confused. Who's the Junkie Logic for? Is it for Mr. Q's story or for the people that are going and trading their food stamps for money for illicit drugs? Because that's not surprising. I mean, yeah, a junkie will think a sandwich is way less important than a high, but I don't know. I didn't get any notifications this week. Only today I got one. Well, I'm sorry. We were live yesterday. Digger and I did a whole show from start to finish, 3.5 hours. We had a crazy amount of support on Twitch, so we knocked out most of Monday's goal, and then we got a little bit of a hype train earlier today, so hopefully all of Monday's goal, if not more, has been knocked out. We'll see how we do. Our big Go Fund It Friday stream is next Friday. We'll see how we do, and we'll base life on how that goes and figure it all out from there. Formula's expensive, so she was trading it for drugs. Okay, that's fine. But again, in his story, he explicitly said she didn't do that, and then he came back around. Anyways, let's go back to drones. When the world made sense. Supergirl movie is really bad. Oh, wow, color me shocked. The show sucked. The premise sucks. The movie sucks? Wow. Never would have guessed. Never would have guessed the whole premise of Supergirl. It's the fact that, like, even just from a general standpoint, she's not Superwoman. Because we already had Wonder Woman, so we couldn't have Superwoman. You have Wonder Woman, you have Superwoman. Too many women. Just got to narrow it down. So she's got to be Supergirl. She's not quite. So it's demeaning from the jump. It's just an excuse to see a chick in a freaking little pleated skirt, and it doesn't work. I'm sorry. I'm not for it. I'm not even for the Superman movies. I was willing to give you a little bit of space with Henry Cavill. You F that up, we're done. It's been done to death. Let it go. Supergal. Oh. Okay, so we were talking about drones before. South Korea, since we were talking about Johnny Somali, now we'll bring the two together. South Korea has been practicing fighting off drone swarms. So I'm guessing that's what they're anticipating from North Korea. I hope she beats up all the vile, evil white men in the movie. Probably does. That's probably their speed. That makes sense. Let me tell you, that sounds like a Supergirl plot.
It looked like a video game, but it could be the future of warfare. In its first live-fire swarm drone exercise, South Korea's Air Force fired 8 Vulcan Gatling guns at 50 incoming drones. These 6-barrel cannons can fire 3,000 rounds per minute. The result? 44 drones were shot out of the sky from just over a half a mile away. The last 6 were taken down using shotgun blasts and a laser. South Korea says the exercise will help shape its future defenses against drone swarms, a threat that's become much more urgent as wars like Ukraine have shown how cheap, mass-produced drones can overwhelm traditional defenses. And it's just one part of an expanding drone program. South Korea says it plans to train 500,000 personnel as, quote, drone warriors, and commission the latest domestically produced hardware, including low-cost interceptor drones. As for the Gatling gun defense, there's one big downside. They chew through ammunition incredibly quickly, and could require reloading after firing for just seconds. As drone warfare evolves, militaries are racing to figure out the best.
I don't think that's a good solution. Like Vulcan Gatling guns? Where was it?
Like Ukraine have shown how cheap, mass-produced drones can overwhelm traditional defenses. And it's just one part of an expanding drone program. South Korea says it plans to train 500,000
Yeah, but
personnel
don't. This
as,
is
quote,
what I'm talking
drone
about.
warriors.
Don't we have like these big ass sons of bitches? The bullets from that 30mm Vulcan are still more expensive than the drone. Like each individually, or like the whole ammo payload? Real life alien invaders? Pretty much, it seems like it is. That's what it looks like. Superfine is feminine. I guess so. This is a big deal. There's no real defense against mass drones. Oh no, I agree it's a big deal. And I also agree there's not a whole lot of defense against massive swarms of drones, which is why I'm not worried about, like, Iran developing a nuclear bomb. They wouldn't develop a nuclear bomb. They'd develop a dirty bomb, and they'd fly it in on a little drone. And bloop. First drones in warfare was used by the Germans in World War II, the Goliath tank killer. What was a World War II drone, Soviet Shark? What's a World War... You know what? As soon as this video is done, I'm going to look up World War II drones. Because I got to see what a World War II drone looks like.
And commission the latest domestically produced hardware, including low-cost interceptor drones. As for the Gatling gun defense, there's one big downside. They chew through ammunition incredibly quickly and could require reloading after firing for just seconds. As drone warfare evolves, militaries are racing to figure out the best defenses. More bullets, lasers, jamming, or even counter drones.
Yay, anything and
We
everything.
just moved about 2 blocks away from the tallest building in Beijing, and if you look above the yellow lettering, you can
Nobody asked. Nobody asked, Mike. Eat a dick. Nobody asked. All right, I got to look this up. World War II drones. I got to know what the heck a World War II drone looks like. World War. First modern drones dominated the skies. World War II marked the first widespread use of unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. Oh, dear Lord, you aren't lying. They had drones in World War II. So this is a little sumbitch right there. I would have never guessed we had drones in World War II. Matthew Q, $100 to $150 per bullet. The drones have probably got to cost more than $150 a piece, right? I mean, not a whole lot more, but them little tiny fuckers, they probably got to cost a little bit. Packed with explosives, dive under the tank, and boom, says Soviet Shark. Crazy. I just can't believe we had the tech that far back. And yet we still haven't been able to make it back to the moon until now. And the company we're trusting to build the base on the moon has never even gotten outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Again, it all totally makes sense if you don't think about it in the slightest, and we're not being gaslit. What would you mean? Fucking Jesus. They were way ahead of our time. Project Paperclip followed after. I understand. But didn't they have advanced technology like, alien artifacts and stuff? If Indiana Jones is to be believed, like Hitler had some supernatural powers from somewhere. So that's all I'm saying is if we just look at history. Oh, man. That is a mind trip, though. Drones all the way that far back. Die Glocke the Bell. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means. Everything is frequency. They were going to break reality. LOL. 1 second on the Vulcan 30mm machine gun. You're spending 150 rounds. Yeah, so it's not cost effective to fight the drones. Agreed. The idea that the bullets themselves cost more than the drone, I'm going to say no. But the idea that you have to spend that many bullets to get the drone, now we've got a problem. The Bell, yeah, them Yahtzees were into some wild science. Look up the Die Glocke the Bell. Yeah. I think I remember something about a show we watched that talked about something like that. So, not wild, really. It's baseline, LOL. Oh. I guess depends who you ask. German drones was precise. The guy who designed it originally designed a rocket to the moon. When it first worked, He stated the rocket worked, just landed on the wrong planet. Oh, yeah, I remember all of that. But Ally pilots discovered the drones could be taken down by tapping the wings with their plane's wing. All right, so the drone couldn't handle sudden changes in its operating. Like, it's got a very set path deal. That's got to be a bit of a risky maneuver. You got to fly up to the drone and tap it. How easy is that to do? And all the while, you've got Jerry on your ass trying to send you down to the ground. Now just imagine if we didn't have Indiana Jones to help beat the Germans, what would have happened? Yeah, they would have got the Ark of the Covenant, and the world as we know it would be totally different. Again, not enough people salute and respect the freedom and democracy protected by Indiana Jones. And it's a fucking goddamn shame. It bothers me. It keeps me awake at night. It legit bothers me. All right, so Venezuela, we've got that. We've got some Venezuela updates, and then we've got the more fun, relaxed stuff. We're getting through a little bit of the meat of serious shit for a bit, and then we're out, and we're good. And then the rest of the show is just fuck around time. Han Solo was in the ballpen. I don't know what that means. The bells were to replicate Tartarian bells that were all taken away in the 20s. Frequency is the foundation of matter. Control one, you control it all. Oh. Right, Mr. Q, I'm saying bullets en masse. You'd said that the bullets cost more than the drones, and I was saying en masse, yes, but like, and never mind. It's not. We're agreeing right now, if you can believe it. We were training pigeons to steer rockets back then, right? Because birds make excellent fighter pilots. Didn't we even train dolphins to steer torpedoes? That took longer than it should have. It could have been an email, but I'm back. Thanks for complying with my request not to start the show yet. What do you mean? We've done a bunch of stuff since you've been gone. Like, we covered a lot of shit. The Jews are saved. Color me fool. Oh no. Lab glass. So we can blame Indiana Jones for Israel. No. I mean, kind of. Pab Fargo at $4.99 over there on the YouTube. Thank you very much. Let's do that. We still have two sitting here from however long ago. So now we get to do this and then take 5 off of that. So now the goal is 15 for next Monday. And that's before we take the hype train out of it. So hopefully all of that will go super duper smooth. Monday was the 35th anniversary of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, God, the 35th? God damn. The first CIA cat got ran over by a car. We trained cats? Yeah, so did the Russians. Turns out they just wanted fish. What, for training them for the torpedoes? They just wanted fish? Did the dolphins help them get the fish? I'm confused. Bat bombs were also real. I know bat bombs were real. Didn't we do those in Japan? Randall Flagg, you won't like hearing this, but they had trained dogs with explosives in the First World War. Yeah, I don't like hearing it. That's totally sad, and I totally believe you. I absolutely 100% believe you that we bomb-vested Fido, and we said, get it, and he ran in. Boom. Vandalary, Lurk is still going on. Came here a long time ago with the raid. Well, thank you for lurking, and thank you for acknowledging your presence. Sorry, wrong button. If you're having a fun time, feel free to throw in a buck or two. We certainly would appreciate it. Or you can always just like, subscribe, share with your friends, join in the conversation when you feel like you want to. Call me stupid. It's all valid. Any new tech is immediately used in war. Oh, right. That's why I assume we're getting rid of planes and going to drones. Like, I think it's all drones now. I figured we're doing UAVs, they're doing UAVs, different size UAVs. Drones, O's the drones. Oh, shit. Fall in the Great with $5 on Rumble. Thank you. What is this? What is this? It's a Suno link, and I worry. Let's find out what this is. I'm only playing this because he paid me money. I did not request any songs. Is this a new Metal Mayhem for Johnny's Exotic Meat? Okay. Is King Kong Dong here? This is for King Kong Dong. So I hope he's at least listening. Because otherwise, why?
Johnny's Exotic Meat!
Wait a sec. I don't think it scared the cat.
No experiencer! Be quiet! After many years of faithful service, King Kong Dong, our star milker, is leaving the farm!
Heavy metal cat. Yeah, no, I'm good. They keep trying to make me listen to that song. Oh, that is how I get Johnny to listen to the songs I made, says Bricks Gaming. Pretty much.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
I'm like obligated to play it if you sent it in with $5. Like if you send the link in with $5, I'm obligated to at least play a good 30 seconds of it at the very least. I have to give it a solid playthrough. Maybe not entirely if it's really bad, but you know, I'll play them. Bricks Gaming, yeah, I was there on your stream up to the end, but I was asleep. Oh, well, thanks for joining us. All right, thank you for that. The $4.99, and now a little cowbell rolling out for our buddy Rusty Grammar over on Twitch. Cowbell coming out for Rusty Grammar in 3, 2, moo. Pep Fargo, I didn't care for it. I am going to be honest, of the one that we had yesterday and this one, the first one was better. But that's kind of the problem I've discovered with Suno is you realize you made a mistake and you can't just correct the one part of it and go, hey, use this, but fix it and put this there. You never get that. You never get to have that. You always got to make a whole new song and it never catches the same vibe. It's weird. Rusty Grammar, I guess, it seemed to enjoy the song. King Kong Down on the Grill Milk just because it's your last day. Can't have you slacking. It's not a real thing. There's no farm. There's no gorilla milking. It's not real. So I would appreciate it if you still. Oh, you can now. I've never been able to just change the lyrics in the song. I've tried and it's never gone the way I wanted. Because there's plenty of them where I just have to edit the songs. I mean, I've looked at the editing tools. I guess I haven't made a song with Suno recently. I got to play around with that. We'll look at that in the future. Music video, Fat Pig Muppet Chomping Meat. I don't know what that means. I just like it because King Kong is my boy, and I mentioned Exotic Meats, brother. I appreciate it. It's a good time. Thank you for sharing the song with all of us. I'm good, but I'm good. I've edited songs. I haven't had that option, Bricks Gaming, so it might be me. No, that's a paid feature. I do that all the time. Huh. All right. Well, you know what? I'll give it a look-see. I'll give it a look-see, and we'll figure out what's what. Oh, man. So Venezuela, we were talking about this yesterday, the earthquakes that happened. The death toll is surging to over 10,000. Oh, the death toll is surging and over 10,000 are missing. I was going to say 10,000 people are dead. Death toll is missing, or death toll is surging. 10,000 people are missing. So far, 164 people have been confirmed died, and 971 were injured after a pair of powerful quakes rocked Venezuela. Wednesday evening, 7.2 and 7.5 magnitude earthquakes were among the strongest to strike Venezuela in more than a century, and it could be felt throughout the region. Buildings were evacuated, places as far away as Brazil's Amazon, about 1,700 kilometers from Venezuela's capital of Caracas. And then this is what? Just people fleeing? Yep, this is just people fleeing the... That would freak me the out. That's a building made of concrete and it's raining dust. I don't want to be in here if this is going on. I want to be outside. I don't want to be in here, man. Y'all got some balls. Look at that. Look at that. You can't breathe in that. This guy's gonna die.
Ya, por. Afuera que tenemos. No sale de allá. Hermano, no. Fuera más peligroso, hermano. Por allá. Señores, al puerta 4. Por allá.
I don't know anything that he's saying. St. Aaron, don't breathe that. Go outside, right? There's a series of earthquakes recently all over the world, California included. Oh, we're so going to die. That's free cancer, says Randall Flagg. Right, I got it for free on vacation. I stood under a bridge. So, dear Lord. So yeah, we've got 167 people have died. We've got 970 some injured, 10,000 still missing. All right, let's talk about how big your sack is, considering you're standing in this building that clearly has seen better days.
Ayuda.
It's just, that's fucking crazy. Just got here. What did Israel blow up now? Says Ashley Casey. Oh no, this was God this time. Yeah, breathing in concrete dust is bad for you. I would imagine it is, Mr. Q. I would imagine it is. So yeah, this is I guess if you want to believe some of the conspiracy theories, these are our earthquake machines that we in the U.S. enjoy. We had to test out. I'm going to switch out. I've been drinking water this whole time. I need something with a little more pep. I'm getting sleepy. We had to test out our earthquake machines after we took over Venezuela. So that's what this is. This is earthquake shit. Nice condo you got there, bud. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't be filming out the window when that's my neighbor. You know what I mean? Like, my building's still standing, and I have the good fortune to have the time needed to grab my important shit and get the hell out down to the ground floor. A new resort in 2030. That'll be pretty quick. That'll be pretty quick. If they can turn that around in less than 4 years. That would be impressive. But we all know who will own it. So all of that crap happened. Utter devastation following. Yeah, we played that clip yesterday. Building collapse in Caracas. All right. Yep. All right. So then we have this, I guess, the last part of our, what would we call it? Our Caracas coverage. The Raucous in Caracas. So we're covering that. The bouncy energy off the ionosphere into the ground, something will happen. Oh. So that's how they're doing it.
St. Cloud.
As Venezuela reels from 2 devastating earthquakes, the rush to rescue survivors is facing a significant challenge because of the way many buildings collapsed. CNN reviewed dozens of videos of the destruction and noted a deadly pattern common after major earthquakes.
They called it pancake collapsing, which I don't get. What's pancake collapsing? Bricks Gaming, this was just a test. Looks like a Lego tower tipped. It does, Wild Saffron. Thank you. It does. It looks like a Lego tower tipped. Again, it's all frequency. Well, it's happening with increasing frequency? Hell yeah, the Weather Dominator machine is working perfectly. We can clear land anywhere. It's like the 9/11 pancake theory. I don't know if I know the 9/11 pancake theory.
Many of those residential towers suffered what's called a pancake collapse, when a building falls into itself, with each floor stacking atop the one below.
What happens is the first story collapses, and then the others, and then people are stuck in the floors.
We are walking in Los Palos Grandes.
CNN was on scene in Caracas after this 15-story residential building crumbled. If you look at a photo of that same building from before the quake, each story was around 10 feet tall. But now, the space between each floor is compressed into just a couple of feet. That's why pancake collapses are so dangerous. The weight of debris weighing down on each.
Why are the floors so solid that those are staying together, but the walls are shit? Dear Lord. Wow, says Derek. Yeah, dude, this is insane. Pancake, one level that comes down, putting weight on the lower level, making it come down. That's the official government take on the 9/11 pancakes. So the beams gave out, although they are there, so that doesn't happen. I think of IHOP pancakes for everyone. No way it falls into its own footprint like that. It had help coming down. Well, this is in an earthquake situation. This is in an earthquake in Caracas. I mean, if we're talking 9/11, then that's a different thing, and we'll be here all day, but...
floor doesn't leave survivors as many gaps or air pockets as a building that falls to one side. And a pancake collapse makes rescue all the more complicated. Any movement could bring more heavy debris crashing down.
The search and rescue is a very important and very specialized operation in these cases, because you don't want to put your search and rescue mission people in harm's way.
Search and rescue teams are beginning to dig into the building, while nearby families of those trapped inside wait, hoping against hope their loved ones will soon be pulled from that debris. But the scale of the damage is overwhelming, and it comes at a time when Venezuela remains in deep political and financial crisis.
Right? How were they doing before we invaded? Oh. Matthew Cuse, those 10,000 missing people, pancakes. A lot of them are in the pancake buildings, apparently, yeah. They brought all 2 backhoes in the entire country, says Brett McArt. That's mean. The vibration allows legs and wedges to slip, says Atomic Ray. Randall Flagg, Canada's team is all black. Oh. It's soccer, though. Are they Canadian? I feel like they should have to be Canadian. But, I mean, it's FIFA, so I wouldn't be surprised. And I can't really fault them. They loan out all their Canadians to play hockey. Like, we don't have an NHL without Canada. 10K organs harvested, probably big business. I don't think they're going to get organs out of everybody. Some of those people are probably going to go bad in the time it takes to reach them. They're not refrigerated. They're just, it's probably not the best look. It looks just like Mercenaries 2 for PS2. There's a Mercenaries 2. There's a fucking callback. God, that's been a while. That was the one where you had the face masks, right? Like you and your buddy. It was a 2-man thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Terrible. Before the earthquake, we killed their leader, and before that, they weren't doing too hot. All right. Well, then, this is more shit to add to the pile. I guess it just sucks to be Venezuelan. It's just a shitty deal overall. It's just not good, man. They can't win for losing. They lost their leader, and now the country shakes half their buildings to shit. Somebody else said their only 2 backhoes are busy rescuing people from these pancake buildings. That's just going to be a big bunch of problems. In Syria, they had medic tents for people fleeing. They harvested them and called them casualties of the civil war. Their vids. Dear Lord. Hey, Tag. Meow. Come on back, kitten. You can jump up and hang out with us as opposed to just mewing. You know, since he doesn't show up anymore, Alucard really doesn't fulfill his obligation as show cat. So, come be the show cat. She won't listen to me. 6'7", says Jay Warren. What? 6'7", like 6'7" people? I don't know. We jailed their leader, not killed him. The Ayatollah is who we killed. Yeah, I don't think we killed their leader. Did I say killed? I meant jailed. I probably misspoke. It's kind of, the weekends here. I'm half mind on other matters. I've got a massive fucking headache. I'm mildly worried about that one. All right, and Tag left so I can put my armrest back up. Right. What's a flat Stanley? Brett McHart. I don't know what a flat Stanley is. All right, so moving on. We got more lighthearted stuff for the rest of the day. Kind of like chill, nonsense, bullshit story stuff. Because we want to kind of, keep it chill. It's the weekend. We kind of did all of our big stuff. I wish we killed Maduro. What would killing Maduro prove? Thank you, Jay Warren, for the happy poop and the 10 jewels. Jay Warren and Mr. Q now making it a regular contribution to throw up the happy poop. I'm so grateful. I'm clocking out for the last time. Fuck yeah, says King Kong Dong. Well, I mean, you're clocking out of this job for the last time, and congratulations on your employment. I hope your new gig takes you to bigger and better heights. Johnny doesn't know classic childhood literature. What? Is Flat Stanley a book? I'll admit I haven't read a lot. I think I read White Fang as a kid. Does that count? I was big into the Goosebumps stories by R.L. Stein. I like Goosebumps. That was a thing. Nope, next gig is salary, says King Kong Dong. Oh. So you don't clock in or out, you just work and get paid. Or don't work and still get paid. That's a nice gig. except when you have to do like way more work than normal, you're still just getting paid. Johnny's an expert at Portuguese breakfast. I don't think so. Flat Stanley was Tom Sawyer's tragic friend. Oh. I should know that. I think I read Tom Sawyer. It's like a thing in school at one point. I had to have. Let's catch up with the Rumble chat. Ezekiel Pepperoni, I didn't see you in here before. All right, good to see you. Oh, Iran throws a threat in Israel and we go broke, but our elections aren't worth it. I mean, do you think anything gets changed with our elections? I'm starting to lose faith that anything goes differently with our elections. Every time you think that somebody's going to actually do stuff and not like just keep paying for shit for other countries and other things like that, none of it happens. It all just sits here twiddling in the middle. I can type on the computer or my nips and get the same check. Well, shit, man. Let me know where I can sign up for this job. I can type on a computer or rub my nips. How big's the check? Like, do I need to quit? Do I need to leave disability? Because if the check's big enough, I'm fucking game for it. Fuck it. All right. Large snake, massive spider, apparently found sharing space with the guy who owns the house. To which I say, this is why we don't want to live in Africa. Or not Africa, Australia, everyone. This is why we don't want to live in Australia. St. Aaron saying, yeah, I'll sign up for nip rubs. So there you go. So salary is more hours. It'll be 45 hours. So it's 5 hours more. 40-hour week, you're working an extra 5 hours. So that's what, like an extra half day? So, I mean, but again, if it's just typing on a computer, rubbing your nips, like, fucking get out of boy. At least Mike Lindell got his case dropped. He was right, and Dominion is a joke. He got his case dropped? Oh, good for him. There was a time when Americans would demand transparent and safe elections by going armed. Yeah, look, Tom McRae, that time's gone. There's a few people that maybe have the gumption to go that far. Nowhere near enough to make it work. And quite frankly, the ensuing bloodbath on both sides and destruction of everything, it's not going to go well. But I mean, if I thought it would, I'd be right there with you. I'd be up on that. But again, like I said, we have far too many people who think parts of the system and the system itself are doing the right thing. So all of the U.S. politicians go to Israel, draw the tiny hat, pray the wall. Yeah, freaking almost, if not all of them, which is, again, why I have a problem with this government. But it doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. They're all in on the same side. There's different flavors, and they use different drama shit to distract us. Things don't actually get done. So let's go over here to this. There's a guy in Australia. Something a little lighthearted.
Oh, my God.
That's a big-ass spider.
Have you found it?
Here's why I don't want to live in Australia. That spider is fucking huge.
Have you found him?
You need 2 boots to squish that thing.
Have you found him?
No, just a massive spider.
Oh, yes, there is.
Holy dog, it's one of the biggest huntsmen I've ever seen. That's the biggest I'd say.
That's one of the biggest huntsmen I've ever seen. Let's not. Okay, size of a kitten, time to move.
Business I'd say.
Is he in the wine rack?
No, he's above it. Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's in the... Oh, that's not really what you want in your bedroom, that's for sure. Oh, he's thick. Yeah, he's pretty healthy. Don't worry about the stick, just use the rack. Oh.
He's trying to escape behind the TV.
Oh. There you go, bud. All right. There we go. There you go, eh? How's that? At the end of the bed. My goodness, and you got that at the head of the bed. Do you want a hook? Hook for a spider. Giant. It's bigger than your hat. Oh, where's he going? Where's he going?
Oh, good hands. Good.
Touch me. Touch me.
Come on. There you go.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Wow.
Yeah, just let it right back out into your backyard. You know, it came into your house once. It won't come back in again. It knows where everything is. You let a huntsman spider in your house once, and all of a sudden your toilet won't flush and your daughter's knocked up. I've seen it 100 times. Remember Gary? Yeah, dude. Oh, that's Gary. Spiders should not be the same size of a chipmunk, right? It's just entirely too big. Mr. Q saying, I'm at 61 hours this week and I still got to work tomorrow. Well, goddamn, man, you are one hell of a hard-working son of a bitch, sir. I myself am not working this weekend. I'm watching cats. That's what I'm doing. I am house sitting watching cats this weekend. That's my big plans. The hell is I don't know what the hell. Why can't Australian people have guns? Because I sure as hell would want one if I had spiders like that. Dude, I wouldn't blame anyone that set their house on fire because they like made a homemade flamethrower to deal with that kind of a problem. Because dear Lord, that is a problem. Australia banned all guns. They had a government buyback program. And then home invasions went way up. Right, dude? It's the same thing with like London. London had a big gun crackdown. They got rid of guns in not London, but England, excuse me, in England. They had a lot of like crackdowns on ownership of guns and things like that. And then they had started having issues with stabbings. You had people like Idris Elba saying, we need to start blunting the tips of knives so you can't stab with them. It's like, you need to realize the person who wants to stab, he's going to find something else. If a knife doesn't work, he'll use a fork. If he can't use a fork, he'll use a spoon. Why a spoon, cousin? Why not an axe or a sword? Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more. Anyways. Kill it. Just whack the thing with a paint and paint over the guts. Oh, dude. Kill it with what? Did you see how big that spider was? You hit that spider with a shoe and he freaking hits you with an assault and a restraining order. I'd rather house sit cats, says Randall Flagg. Yeah, I work 70 hours, 7 days a week. That sounds like a lot. 10-hour days, 7 days a week, sir? 60 to 70 total. I'm imagining you've got to have some long days. You've got to have some day off in the course of 7 days. But that is immense. I'd rather house sit cats. And it's just for a day or two. Kiddo's got a little excursion planned as a part of her birthday present. Didn't get it initially, but we're doing it now. She's got a little adventure. You know, someone needs to be here to feed the 4 little fucktards. And that's me, because 2 of the fucktards are mine. So it seems only fair that somebody else stays around and does that. Screwdriver works best instead of a knife. Oh, good to know. But like I said, what are they going to ban? Like it'll get to Canada's level where now you can't have a spade shovel because you might use that to decapitate somebody? Again, I'm just not going to live in Australia. Anywhere that the spiders are that big, there's snakes that get into your house. Let's not be there. Let's just not live there. A snake catcher had to remove a large python from a resident's bedroom, as well as a massive spider. It's just fucked up. Stuart McKenzie of Sunshine Coast Snake Catchers 24/7 was called out to Queensland home on a report of a large snake in the resident's bedroom. Video shared by the snake catching business shows Mackenzie entering the room, discovering the gigantic huntsman spider on the wall above the head of the bed. All right, huntsman spider. I want to know if they're poisonous. Huntsman spiders are family spiridae. They hunt. They catch their prey by hunting rather than in webs. They're also called giant crab spiders because of their size and appearance. Sometimes referred to as wood spiders because of their preference for woody places. Venom. What is the venom of a huntsman spider like? Are huntsman spiders harmful to humans? They're not dangerous or harmful to humans. While their large size and lightning-fast speed can be startling, they are non-aggressive, shy, and highly reluctant to bite. They prefer to flee from threats rather than attack. I don't know, man. Fucking images. These things are fucking creepy as shit looking. Like, that thing has a gecko. Huntsman spider, apex predator in a microhabitat. Yeah, dude, he's got a gecko. I don't know. They're like palm size. That's just too damn big. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. So I think they hunt birds and mice. I believe they hunt mice. I don't know about birds. That spider's a bit small to hunt birds. But there is one I know of that's in like the African rainforest that hunts birds. Not in Africa, in the Amazon rainforest. Excuse me, it's South America. Sorry, my phone's going off on a thing. And I have to make sure it's not an important call. And it wasn't. Not poisonous, just freaking huge. Dude, too freaking huge. Even if it's not poisonous, I'm not particularly like, oh my God, spiders. Like, but oh dear Lord. So it's one of the biggest huntsman spiders I've ever seen. Yeah, dude. Spider was released outside the home and the snake was taken to a nearby wooded area. Yeah, but both of them will be back in the home before week's end. All right? Before that guy gets done turning off the lights for the night, frickin' Gary the spider and his frickin' python friend are back. Centipedes are the true killers of the insect world. They clear out everything, but they are also creepy as fuck. Centipedes are creepy because of the legs. I suppose they probably have more poisonous bites than a lot of things. It's just like if a snake and the Foot Clan got together. But I don't know. I don't know. We need to go down a bug hole. I've seen a huntsman spider the size of a US dollar coin. That may be the biggest one you've seen. Those pictures we saw, one's as big as people's hands. Fucking legs spread out all over the hand. Johnny's kitty cat daycare. It's not really daycare. They're still living in the house they always live in. They get depreciated levels of snuggles because Ivy's not around to snuggle her cat. I don't know who Coffee Cataboo's normally snuggling, but she's going to have to deal with just having me for pets and snuggles. But yeah, mostly I'm feeding them and cleaning litter pans. It's the huge. Their lives really don't change much, except they have more freedom of the house. There's less going on in a condensed area. They eat snakes and anything they can grab. See, now I don't want to look up how big they get, because that's a problem. Giant centipedes would creep me out even more. I don't know that I want to be looking up centipedes and shit. Why did we even get on this? How do we? Oh, because that video with the hunt spider, huntsman spider. That's where it started. Ugh. Just, it's creepy. It's so creepy. All right, so from that story to this one. Oh, this one's not a video. It's a rip and read. Maybe that's for the best. Authorities in California said an attempt to retrieve a pair of sunglasses dropped from a campground toilet led to a man having to be rescued from the sewage tank. Here we go again. Can we stop diving into the toilet to get our glasses and our phones? Just keep all of your important stuff away from the camp toilet hole. Because if it goes in, you're not getting it back. Don't go after it. Don't dive in the shitter for sunglasses. I don't care how expensive they were. But if they were super expensive, maybe have better control over them before you go to the campground toilet for that. Oh, God. I can't imagine. Fresno County Sheriff's Office said deputies responded Saturday alongside a California fire personnel when a man was reported to have been trapped in the holding tank of a toilet vault in Camp Edison in Shaver Lake. This is a facility with no plumbing, so essentially operates like a porta potty, the sheriff's office said. Yeah, we get it. The rescuers learned the man had attempted to reach into the toilet to retrieve a pair of dropped sunglasses and ended up falling in. After spending close to 15 minutes in the tank, deputies and firefighters were able to pull the man to safety due to his exposure to urine, fecal matter, chemicals. He was put through a decontamination process. Yeah. The man, who was otherwise unharmed, was able to walk away without further medical attention. Yeah, you're going to need a whole lot of psychological attention. You'll never feel clean again. As for safety tips, never try to reach inside the tank or vault toilet. Officials wrote, if you drop something inside, consider it a loss. Always secure or remove valuables, phone, wallet, jewelry, etc. before getting close to the hole of one of these toilets. That's gross, St. Aaron. Oh, nice. See, sunglasses have built-in ears. No, those are peanuts. No, that's gross. No. No. Just don't. Don't. Why? What are you thinking? What is going through your brain when you go, you know what? I'm going to dive. There's just... Oh, my God. It's just, that's going to smell like just... Ugh. That's gross. Dear Lord. For sunglasses, too. I wouldn't even do it for a cell phone, man, but come on. There's no level of bathing that will ever make you feel clean. You can't scrub that off. You know, that's like committing a murder. Every time you look down at your hands, you'll see brown. Because you'll remember you fell in a shit tank. Digger, hold it together, Johnny. I mean, I will. Just not going to think about that. Don't play with your phone in the porta potty. Right, but it wasn't even a phone, Mr. Q. It was his sunglasses. The guy dove in for his sunglasses. Well, I got to get them. They're prescription. Don't fucking... Maybe don't wear them around your shirt like you're cool. You wear prescription sunglasses, Todd. You're a dork. Get a pocket protector like everyone told you. Keep them in there. I missed it. Will dab now, though. Well, I mean, you know, you don't have to dab on the East Coasters 420. We've got like an hour left in this show. I've got a good half hour before I've got to, well, no, a little less than an hour before I got to do to my last 420 thing. So, you know, I mean, you can wait for that or for your own 420 or not do it all together. Yuck. He'll test for hepatitis in the next year and find out he has it. I never am ever doing that. If they pull me out of one of those things, you got to put me down. Like I can't live life from this moment on. You got to nope. I got to stop thinking about it. That's the problem. I keep thinking about it and it keeps making it too real, and we are definitely not doing that. So, is Wild Saffron getting out of here? Johnny's Kitty Cat Daycare. Nope, not saying it. I'm going to get... Oh, nope, he said I'm going to get going. Time to enjoy nature. Yep, well, take care, Wild Saffron. You have a great weekend. We've got like an hour left to go. If you want to help support the show, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, Twitch, all that jazz. We're 15 and falling from from Monday the 29th goal. So if you want to help out, cool. Otherwise, we'll see you Tuesday. You won't be here Monday? Well, then we'll see you Tuesday, Wild Saffron. Is Monday a holiday? Shit. Am I not streaming Monday? Is Monday a holiday? Did I not? Because it would be I don't think it is. Because it would be the 29th. What holiday is on June 29th? Yeah, it's not a holiday. I didn't think so. So yeah, we won't bother with that. My new PC came early. Good for you. Make sure to use a towel. Florida, we got one video thing left from our second hour. This is why I like having Digger. Like, we get a lot more ground covered when Digger's not here, because we just don't have the banter back and forth. And I like having Digger on for the banter back and forth. But now I've got like a whole hour's worth of content. We've got like an hour left of a show. I'm like, is it going to be? I don't want to grab more stuff at the end. It's Friday. It's the weekend. We got a whole bunch of stupid, nonsensical stories lined up to talk about and laugh at and make fun of. So that's all we're doing. All right. So this next one, though, Florida police arrest a bike rider who apparently did not want to make a huge thing of his escape. I guess, like, different people commit crimes at different speeds. Some people, it's balls to the wall, full throttle, drop under 60 and the bus explodes. Other guys like this dude, it's not a big deal.
It's been updated.
Brian, Flagler County.
He's waving his arms, trying to make it go faster. You can't flap your arms in any way that will speed this up, buddy.
Sheriff's office, stop. We know it's you. You're under arrest. Just give it up, man.
Police in Florida tried to stop a motorcycle without lights and a license plate, but the rider made a spirited bid for freedom. I don't know if it's spirited.
Just stop. Don't make this any worse.
Slow chase topped speeds of 40 miles an hour before setting it at a relaxed 15. I'm going to guess there's something wrong with the bike since it has no lights and no license plate.
Has been updated.
Police affectionately named the... What? Police affectionately named the Rusty Parts bike Blow By Betty on social media.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
Put your hands up!
Put your hands up!
Put your hands up!
Roll over on your stomach.
Roll over on your stomach now.
I can't. There's a bike on my leg. How far do you have to go to piss off the cops? Like, if you're not going really fast, does that annoy them? Does a 15-mile-per-hour chase for any length of time, like, annoy them? Like, we're not getting anywhere here. Both of my hands, Ossifer? I still love the whole, like, I saw you playing with your phone in your left hand. In my left hand? Yeah, in your left hand. I didn't have a phone in my left hand. You swear to God? Swear to God. It's just got a fucking stub. It's great. Oh, my Lord. I hope that lady had a prosthetic hand holding her phone and she was driving it. And it's not like she's using her hand to drive. She can't. So the prosthetic hand can hold the phone. And as soon as the cop pulled her over, just blurk, pull the thing off and stick it in the frickin' glove box. Hand to God. You know what I'm talking about, Soviet Shark. That lady was fucking hilarious. That lady was great.
Exactly, not so out of in Florida.
Brian Schwartz, 33, from Brunel, was charged with fleeing and eluding, operating without a driver's license, and no motorcycle endorsement. I'll tell you now. I don't know what motorcycle company would endorse him after this.
26. Can we send a teletype to wherever that's from?
Speaking of which, I don't remember where it was. It might have been Netflix. I think Netflix has a documentary on Keanu Reeves' motorcycle company, Arch Motors. I kind of really want to see that.
Road. I ain't going nowhere. You said signal coming on.
Has been up.
How pissed off were the cops? You gave it all you got. You hit 40. Then after that, the best you could pull off was 15. It was like, yeah, we're still hot in pursuit. We'll be there in about 20 minutes. She got that body cam footage for the case. LOL, obviously the cop was wrong. I mean, the cop may very well have actually seen her on her phone in her left hand. If she had a prosthetic limb that was holding it and put it away, like, but the cop certainly doesn't have any video evidence. So yeah, he's pretty boned. And like I said, part of me really, really hopes she did actually have a prosthetic hand, arm thing and was on the phone. Like, part of me actually hopes she did have her phone in her hand because it would be hilarious. Just true, but he said right hand, and in the court, he's fucked. Oh, yeah, no, he said left hand, but yeah, you're right. According to the court and the video evidence, you're fucked. And again, this guy who they said, we know who you are. When the cops know who you are and you've caused enough trouble, they're like, Ted, we know it's you. We know it's you. You better give it all you've got for gas. Apparently,
Brian,
like,
Fire County Sheriff.
he's like revving the motor. Like, rev, 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 rev. It's just got nothing to give.
Sheriff's office, stop. We know it's you. You're under arrest. Just give it up, man. Just stop. Don't make this any worse.
Dispatch has been updated.
It just, no matter how much you rev it, it's not going anywhere. I just don't understand it. Why do you fight him that long? You can't get, she's got nothing to give, sir. Sounds like it was broken. Well, it's a parts bike, so yeah, it probably was broken. It probably was broken. My guess is I'm going to go and say the transmission is shot. Can't get it into gear anymore. I don't know. Or like Mr. Q says, he doesn't know how to shift gears on it. Maybe that's the case. He didn't know how to shift gears on it. Could have run it too high, getting it 40 miles per hour. And then he had no motorcycle endorsement. So yeah, we have no idea if he knew how to actually ride. He certainly knew how to lay it down on his leg and how to fucking fan the throttle for some stupid reason. But, oh well. He didn't get away with it. It didn't help him any. But yeah, that's a bad look, buddy. You don't want the cops to literally go, we know it's you. We've pulled you over before. We're pulling you over again. We know it's you. You never want the cops to say they know it's you, because that means they've dealt with you before. It's just not a good look. It's 4 up, 1 down, dumbass. What, to get it all the way to first gear? 1, 2, 3, 4 ways up and then 1 down to get in? I don't know. Soviet truck. Shifting gears for pussies. Chase me. Well, they can't. If you blow out the transmission, because you, well, actually, no. You wouldn't blow out the transmission if you don't shift. If you don't upshift, you'd blow out the engine because you'd overtack it. That's what you would do. Yeah. Either way, it's a rusty parts bike. It wasn't going anywhere. It didn't have any license plates or any working lights, or apparently a intelligent operator. So it was missing on all 3 counts, and it was completely fucked. Soviet truck. I'm sure that man has blown a tranny or two. What? What do you mean? What? No idea. No idea. Bet he could get it to rev over 5K. It was it was rev very high for a sports bike. It wasn't revving very high for a sports bike. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Maybe one of the cylinders is dead. Maybe, like, he got it up to 40 miles per hour at one point, so I have to think he probably burnt out the motor. Yeah, he probably burnt out the motor. I'm going to go ahead out on a ledge here and say it's not even his bike. I'm going to say it's not even his motorcycle. There's no reason that he should have had it. And whoever's it was is now an even bigger paperweight than it was when it started, which from the looks of things, fairly significant paperweight from the jump. Now it's just garbage. All right, so that's all of that. The scenic bike ride, that's everything. That's, holy crap. We haven't cleared our second hour stories this early in the game in a long time, but we are still kind of coming up against it. We've got about 45 minutes left in the program. A couple other things to get into. Flintstone bike, foot speed helps. But that bike's got to weigh what? 250, 300 pounds? That puppy's got to have some weight. I mean, I don't feel like you can walk it. Plus, that guy seemed kind of short. Like, he might not have the legs to reach the ground. My sister had a motorcycle that she loved, and her feet couldn't reach the ground. They had to drop the shocks and the suspension to the absolute, just utter bottom. Like, they had to bottom it out so that her feet could reach the ground on her motorcycle. It's just... It's a beautiful bike, though. 250 pounds is Mr. Q. Yeah, that sounds right. 7,000 RPMs. He can't change gears. Dumb. I would bet that the RPMs probably blew the motor. I'm going to say he couldn't change gears, and he over-revved the motor because he just assumed, like, the movies all show you torque the handle for the throttle and you just go. No, you've got to change gears. It looks like he's jerking off. He is kind of doing the guy with the dollar bill thing, like, oh, you got to be quicker than that. Oh, you almost caught me. Oh, you almost. But like I said, do the cops get pissed off after they go on that merry little jaunt? Do they enjoy the scenic chase? You know, finally something different, something less anxiety-inducing. It's not high speed. It's not high stakes. It's very obvious where he's going because he's moving at the speed of smell. Like, I feel like that's probably something you enjoy, right? You don't get pissed at that. It's a nice change of pace. So it's like, oh, I didn't see you guys back there. You were trying to... Here's what I do. Like, if we're doing this and the cops are trying to pull me over, I go over to the side of the road. I'm just like, go around. Go around. Go around. $800 says Bricks Gaming. That sounds like a lot. Bikes really get that heavy? Just got off the phone with your buddy Cheese. He'll be back from vacation in January. Oh. Well, that'll be a nice present this January. I hope his vacation has been fun. The bike is a Decepticon. It wouldn't pull over. I think we found a transformer. Really? They get up to 800 pounds? That sounds like a lot. Plausible deniability, all he needs in court. I mean, how would he have known? It's not like they had bright lights and sirens flashing and going off. It's not like they screamed over the intercom, we know it's you. I feel like plausible deniability only goes so far. At a certain point, you're just straight up ignorant. When you're like, hey, no, I just ignored them. They will let Cheese out of jail. They will, and we'll see if he stays out. That is a precarious situation. Soviet Shark, he doesn't have a rear view mirror, therefore. Right, but I feel like the red and white flashing lights coming up behind you and the very loud over speaker, like, I mean, it's pretty clear from the footage that he kind of knew what he was doing. And again, not having a rear view mirror is where I line up the whole I go around. No, just go around. Just go around, guys. No, just go around, guys. Go around. Don't come back this way. Could have been lighting, might have been raining. Lightning and might have been raining. That bike wasn't going fast enough to operate well on a wet road. And I gotta say, it didn't look like it was raining or lightning. And you still can't get past the whole, they blared it on the loudspeakers. I feel like it's a pretty cut and dry case with the video there. Either way. Do you arrest him for... You can't arrest him for speeding because he wasn't speeding. Like, you had the vehicle operator stuff and refusing. But I feel like you should get a special ticket for meandering. I'm his lawyer, and my client is a safe, slow driver. I can't deny that. That is true. That is true. Your client is a safe and slow driver. I have successfully escaped cops in a motor vehicle more than once. I can say that one of the best ways to do it is in a pickup truck at high speed through a cornfield. Well then, you're still not outrunning the radio though, so they will eventually arrest you on Monday. And cameras made it worse. Yeah, you're not outrunning the radio. Cameras made it worse. And like I said, they don't even need cameras when they can identify the person. It's like, no, I know him. I've arrested him before. That's Todd. No, that's Todd. Todd's on a tear. He's been drinking again. It's just Todd. Again, pull over. We know it's you, Todd. Like, it's just, you're not getting away from that. Not getting away from that at all. Cheese doesn't have a friend. He'll be back in jail. Oh. Well, when he gets out in January, I'm sure he'll be fine. I've been pulled over.
I feel strangely drawn to its presence.
Well, hello, Wake, Jimmy, and Raiders. You guys are raiding us with like a little less than, we got about a half hour left in this here shindig.
Cheer 500, keep that drunk moron in jail. Scruffy D25 cheered 500 bits.
Thank you for the 500 bits. We had a hype train earlier, so I don't know that we can do one now, but thank you. I appreciate the 500 bits. That is immense. Thank you. And again, thank you, Wake Jimmy, for raiding us. I don't know why we raid me. I appreciate it immensely, but it's a different... I don't do the game streaming as much anymore. I suck at games. My hands don't work as well. Just not the life that I used to live. Oh, well. Let's make sure we're not missing any of this stuff. Boom, boom, and boom. Covered. I think you're the only one on. Well, then that's fair. Then I'm glad. And you're a friend. I am honored to be a friend of Awake Jimmy. I love Awake Jimmy. One of the first internet streaming friends I made doing all this shindig stuff because of Corey Adams' Twitch talk is how we crossed paths. And I've done a bunch of gaming with him. I've had a lot of fun. He's getting married soon, so congrats to him. Yeah, I love Awake Jimmy. I'm very honored that he's rating me. I will buy Cheese a beer when he's out of the hoke. Dude, I don't know if you should buy him a beer. Look, I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't know that Cheese needs somebody to buy him a beer. Hopefully Cheese turns me down. Probably won't. Play some Battlefield 1 with me when with me we stream together. I suck at Battlefield. I'm not great at first-person shooters in general, but particularly with the fact that one of my hands is shitty. My gaming days are numbered. It's something I've been upset about for a while. I'm well aware that if I can't retain my right hand, we're running out of road. We've gotten really creative, but it's only getting us so far. I'm sure Cheese has repented. I'm sure he's repented, but just from my own personal experience, I don't know that he's necessarily able to rein himself in. But to be fair, every time I've seen him, we've been like out doing like party stuff. So maybe that's just my times that I've met him. It's Todd. He's one too many toddies today. Hot toddies? Damn. Hunker down with me as an ammo supply. I'll cover you, says Soviet Shark. I don't know. I don't even know that I have Battlefield 1. Do I have to go get it, or is it a free-to-play game? Then we have to talk. I've had many conversations with the man. He's in jail for multiple DUIs. He doesn't learn. I've had many conversations with the man. It's kind of how I felt. I wasn't trying to be mean. Again, I hope he's learned to rein that in. But Randall Flag saying, "Brav, I love Battlefield 1. Looking for group." I love World of Warcraft. It's just my favorite place, but it goes through ebbs and flows of action, so it's, whatever. I'm only a, I'd say, medium skill level player, and I lose that over time. So I don't know how I'd be on Battlefield 1. It's a whole different style of thing. I've played a few first-person shooters and, like, competitive extraction games, but I played Destiny. I don't know. Like, Battlefield 1, that's more of, like, the... Not Battle Royale, because you're signing up for one side or the other. I'd just probably suck. I'd just be good for him. They'd call me Johnny on the spot because I show up and just drop all the ammo and the grenades, and then somebody shoots me in the head, and I respawn. Battlefield 1 is amazing. I don't think it's good or bad. I don't have an opinion. Like I said, don't believe I've played it. Speaking of beer, got a lot of work to do. 250 beers for the USA, 250 birthday, and that's just my beer. You're going to drink 250 beers to celebrate the USA? I'm going to go ahead and say that's stupid. I wouldn't drink 250 beers to celebrate the USA. Like, one for every year. Like, but it's beer, though. How Sweet Jesus Lord. That legit jump scared me. God damn. And now why is there a possible hype train incoming? Dear Lord, that 12 seconds though, so 100 bits or a sub give, and that launches a second hype train today. I don't think it's going to happen. We're apparently rounding that out right here. Drink 250 beers on the border, cause an international incident. Lab Blast saying check Venmo. All right.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
I'll get to that in a second. We are sitting there and check Venmo, he says. There you go. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. All right, now I got to do math. So... and then... so that puts us at 45. So Monday, Tuesday, 45 on Wednesday. Yeah. 45 on Wednesday before we get all of that other stuff. I drank 200 beers in 1975. Like, you mean in the course of the year or in one sitting? Because that sounds like a lot. And Wednesday is the first day of America. Let's see, where is the... I've had too much water, now I'm burping. That's great. All right, so we got to go there. We got to go there. Thank you very much for that. What? I've not
Here
even...
comes a train,
God damn it,
a busy little train, rushing up and down on the daisy line. Mummies and daddies,
Our
the
second
grandpas
hype
and the
train
grannies,
today.
everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes the train, and here comes driver 10-2. Wahey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
Kind of botched that pull up. Holy crap. Level 1, 62%. Thank you so very much. Shit didn't make it in time. Well, no, it made it across the line there. because now we've got 4 minutes and 62% for this whole thing to go through. Thank you very much. That's holy. All right, cowbell going out to Dear Butch getting that gifted sub. Thank you very much. Dear Butch getting a sub on behalf of Anonymous in 3, 2, moo. Mr. Q saying, I've drank 6 bottles of wine to my head before too. Yeah, dude. 6 bottles of wine is not that bad. Wine is a lot lighter than, and that's still, that 6 bottles of wine, how much is that? I'd say there's what? 5, 6 cans of beer at most. 6 times 6, 36. So you're saying 36. That's still nowhere near 250. Dear Lord. Congrats on the alcoholism. That's what I would say. Congrats on the alcoholism. We are at, how high after? Oh, my. Oh! Dear Lord. 95% of level 1 for the hype train to the second one today. 3 minutes left, a little less than, about 2.5 actually. 2.5 minutes left for that hype train. If you want to throw in. Let's go grab our stories and stuff for our last hour. Our last hour shit is all bullshit. None of it's important. None of it matters. We're not going to talk about Jews or Israel. We've got... It's not even Tuesday. Oh. Oh, God. It's so gross. Tacos for dogs, says Labblast. Now everybody's getting crazy. 200-year celebration was cool, says Was Phil Simoles. I don't know. Well, how do you feel the 250th's gone? I've been, I'll be honest myself, been underwhelmed. I will say this, and I said it at the beginning of the show. No matter what you think of Kash Patel, the lady did a solid job on the national anthem. That was a good job.
Hot dogs, get your hot dogs here.
These things are so weird. I don't understand what's going on at all. Thank you so much, Ashley Casey, with the hot dog sticker and the 100 bits. Digger, I had to come back because I heard another hype train start. Yeah, another hype train started. So Digger's back in the chat. Another hype train started. If you want to join in, you can run over to Twitch. Everyone rating on Twitch, if you want to be part of this craziness, you have pretty much the next 2 or 3 minutes. Level 2, 18%, 3.5 minutes. I'm going to do the first controlled burn, and then we're going to have to go to a video while we do that. So let's, again, trying to just wind down the week. We're going with non-serious stuff. We'll cover that in a minute. All right, a Tasmanian devil escaping an Australian wildlife park. Now, Tasmanian devils aren't native to Australia. I think they're probably just the island of Tasmania, as their name would imply. But why would you have... Why would you have one in Australia? Can't you? Isn't Tasmania close enough that you can just go there and check it out? I don't know why you'd have it in Australia. All right, so we're going to go to this quick.
Brother, you got a beautiful cock.
You got a beautiful cock, baby.
Thank you. I'm quite proud of it. I've nurtured it since it was a sprout. I've pretty much, it's been a lifelong project of mine. So thank you. 1975 calibration on black and white TV. Whoa. The 4th for me was great with the good weather, shooting, rodeos, and bike riding. Where are we at now? We're at level 2, 26% after all of that. Thank you very, very much. Let's go ahead and hit play on this video. All of this going forward to next week. I'm so grateful for all of your support. Thank you. Let's hit play on this. Tasmanian devil escaping a wildlife enclosure in Australia. Again, I think he's just heading home. Nope, you didn't. Let's play.
Tasmanian devil so she's only around 2 years of age. She's extremely shy, and when there is movement,
This is quiet as fuck.
down. Generally, around this age, they can be a little bit more adventurous, but finding that she was the one that that headed out is very, very abnormal given her demeanor. We've been on the search since we identified that she was missing from her habitat at around 7:30 yesterday morning. The search has been extremely extensive, so we've got imaging cameras. We have sniffer dogs on the trail as well. And in terms of how she escapes, it remains a bit of a mystery. We do think that an abnormally large leap has happened, and that's how she reached out of her quarantine. Fuck! So we've got internal procedures.
Dear Lord.
With unlikely events like animal escapes, so we're able to trigger those response teams pretty well immediately within minutes of.
Your guys' audio sucks. I can't do your story if you have no audio. It's so low.
Fuck!
All right, so that hype train is going to end there at apparently 27%, 28% now of level 2. There's 30 seconds left, which means I have one more controlled burn to do, and we have one to do in 20 minutes, so we'll just put those two together. And I'll die.
Fuck!
Let's fill some holes. That was a bad clip. Yeah, she was quiet as shit. I boosted the audio and I slid the slider up all the way. That's their audio. That's so low. But apparently the Tasmanian devil jumped out of the cage. She's having fun with that sticker. 10 bits at a time. We end at 29% of the way through level 2. Thank you very much. I've got one more controlled burn to do, and it might kill me. So there we go. I might not be able to cat sit this weekend. I'm gonna die. You won't die. You'll just rest now, my brother, until Valhalla, possibly. Digger saying I miss King Kong's departure. Be well, my liege. I think he's still here. Or did he say he was leaving and he was out for the day? Either way, he's gonna pop in on the Friday show. He probably won't be in like he usually is in conversations and stuff, but he'll still be here. God, I'm gonna die if I do one more. I really am. Not as recovered as I thought. Either way, so that little bastard escaped. Fuck what? Well, thank you for the 10 bits, but the hype train has ended there at 29%. That would put it at 30 technically after those 10 bits. Ugh. Based on the way it was, I think he's still lurking. I like nuggets, says Ashley Casey. Funny story for why we created that sticker. I'm not going to go into it. It's a very old bit. The nugget bit was a very old bit. Anyways, when it hits the back of the throat, you did good. No, this is in this is in my chest. This is in my chest. That's the problem. It's making me cough from here. Be annoying as fuck if I got to play with those things. Yeah, dude, she's bad enough with the ones she has. She's bad enough with the ones she has. And I just don't smoke like I used to. That was my fault, I think. What, the hype train? It's fine. It's fine. We can do a hype train at the end of the show. We need to make the support for keeping the thing going, so who am I to blame you? It's a goddamn good time. Me dying after the 420 hit. Oh, the nugget stuff. Oh! Probably. No idea. It's been a while. Ew, the barn cat rubbed. Oh, that's gross. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say I didn't need that. I didn't need that share. I appreciate we're all part of a community. We're going around. We're having fun. We've got 30 minutes, a little less than, about 25 left in the show. And just, I didn't need that one, if I'm honest. I didn't need to know that. I just didn't. All right, so an Australian farmer has discovered a frog in his grocery bag. Dude, I don't know what the heck.
Let's go.
you do to get salad in Australia, but now we have the bugs, we have the snakes, the Tasmanian devils are escaping, and you can't even trust your food now because a dude bought this salad.
To WA now, where a video is circulating appearing to show the discovery of a frog in a sealed lettuce bag. Billy Lapine and Laura Jones join us now from Esperance. Welcome to...
Now, here's my question. Do you get to keep the frog when it comes in the lettuce bag? Firstly. Secondly, how did you not notice that frog in the bag sooner? Just out of curiosity. How did you not notice that frog sooner? Like, I mean, I get he kind of blends in with the lettuce, but not that well.
The program, guys. I saw this and initially thought it was AI or a hoax. Tell us what happened.
Honestly, kia ora and good morning, everyone.
Look, if you wanted to show me two people that I don't suspect of eating salad, this is who I would expect. These are the people I would go, they don't eat salad much, do they? So my question is, did he eat the frog? Did he eat the frog? Or is this what he turned into after you kissed the frog? Did you kiss the frog and it turned into your prince? Which, by the way, that's an interesting standard for a prince. Yeah, no, these are, again, you guys were eating salad?
Honestly, so much feedback about it being AI. I feel like it's actually wild, the fact that we barely know how to use our phones, so I don't think we even could put something like that together.
Yeah, he was just...
Yeah, you guys look like you're dumb.
He was just chilling in the bag. I think he was having a hell of a time, really. But, yeah, lucky the bag had a few holes in it, and he had plenty of pastures to graze on. So, yeah, no, he was enjoying it.
Yeah, it does look very relaxed. So when did you see it? Were you about to use it? Were you about to put him in the fridge?
Yeah, all credit to our flatmates. It's their lettuce, and they came home and he's just in the kitchen cooking up, and then he's like, bro, there's a frog in my lettuce. He's one of the most relaxed Australians you'd ever find, and honestly, it was hilarious. He brought it in, showed everyone, and we were all screaming about it, having a laugh. And
there's a frog in my lettuce. Well, I guess you got some extra protein, my friend. Eat that frog. Trying to smuggle those trippy frogs into the country. Those people are definitely on a bowling league. Does look like. Digger, to be fair, Johnny, I choose you. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Is that, what's wrong with me? I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Not every day you get to see that. Yeah. So.
Especially
all right. Yeah. Obviously the handicap thing. Like, let's not fucking beat around the bush. We got that. We know. But I'm saying aside from that, I'm pretty fucking. All right. You know what? Fuck it.
Kiwis over here.
Yeah, we named him Greg. So he had a name at least. Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. What did you name it?
They named him Greg.
Greg.
Yeah.
Because they're Australia. Greg, Gary, these are the names they go for. These are the names they go for. Again, dude, I feel like this is sus. I got questions. How did that frog get in there? I feel like this is sus. You didn't notice. It wasn't until somebody was getting ready. Extra food. Don't be a vegetarian. How do you know that frog didn't like pee all over your lettuce, right? I don't. You just want to know.
Yeah.
It looks like a tree frog. What did you do with the frog?
We ate it.
We released him. We got him out of the plastic, and we set him free with his little snack of lettuce. We live close to a dam, so he was able to get next to the water again and get outside.
Yeah, just sitting there. So we thought we'd give him a wee send-off tune, and we played Crazy Frog for him. So yeah, he's pretty happy with him. Yeah.
Right. I'm guessing I guess it's a good story to have, meeting Greg. But did you tell Woolworths about this?
Yeah, you might want to. You might want to report to the grocery store that they bagged a frog.
We didn't. To be fair, we probably should have gotten in touch with Woolies about it. But they're a big
Things happen,
corporate.
yeah.
It just is what it is at the end of the day.
What is wrong with you people? You've got spiders the size of your hands. that you find lurking over your bed. Nightmare fuel for me for the rest of my life. And then you've got pythons just chilling in your bedrooms as well. You've got, what is it? Tasmanian devils escaping their pens, which, by the way, are just some vicious little bastards. And then you've got apparently frogs in your food. Like, it's just not safe from top to bottom. Oh, well, you know, that's just life, you know, just easy goings. He was the one making the salad. I was having a sandwich. All right, 5 gifted subscriptions over on Rumble now from LabLast. Thank you very much. Those going to Digger1420, Rusty Grammar, Atomic Ray, Randall Flagg, and Varda Elentari? Varda Elentari? All right. Cowbell rolling up for you 5 in 3, 2, moo. I scared one of the cats just now. Just so we're clear. I scared one of the cats. I was told Australians were skinny and good looking. They can be. We've found apparently 2 of them that don't fit the mold. Digger says can't hear the cowbell at all. Really? When I was ringing it? That good enough for you? I don't know what else I can do. It was peeking on my monitor into the green. This is definitely not Russell Crowe and Amanda. Yeah, no, it's not.
Guys, I can tell you in a statement they've sent us, they say that they take product quality and food safety very seriously.
They take it very seriously, and that's why we want to tell you that was a top quality frog, and you should have eaten him.
That this is an isolated incident with no other reported cases. The teams are investigating.
How do we know that there are no other reported cases, fucking news breakfast guy? How do we know? We just found out from these 2 chuds that they don't report it. They just made a social video post. Like, they didn't report it. How the hell do we know there's no other reported cases? Because they're not reporting it. I suppose there are no reported cases. Everyone else is too stupid to do it. Duh. Getting all worked up over nothing. Of course there's no reported cases. There wouldn't have been if you hadn't found the video. They are coming home. Oh. Laglass says, Rusty, I need one back. I just had an ad. Oh, no.
Investigating this with our suppliers as a priority.
I bet they did eat the frog. Hell, they paid for it, says Mr. Q. No, they said they released him.
Are you going to be checking your fruit and veg a bit more closely now in future?
Oh, look, if I was in a French supermarket, I probably would have got a 2-for-1 deal on that one. But yeah, obviously being Australia, I mean, look,
we're farmers, so yeah, we get it. You know, it's
things happen. It's just it's natural, right? Like you know, you can't go past it, and you know, big ups to the farmers out there doing it hard.
Yeah, well, it must be fresh. I guess that's the one thing, isn't it,
guys?
Yeah.
Very, very fresh.
Right. If the frog had been dead, then you'd know the lettuce was past its prime because there's a deceased frog in the bag. I just got signal again. I was inside a walk-in freezer. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, welcome back to the program. That's just what they said. Not to get arrested, they ate it, says Mr. Q. Mr. Q doesn't believe that they did not eat the frog. I'm going to say I don't think they did. They seem way too chill about the whole thing. I don't think they actually ate the frog. Wouldn't be surprised if they did, but I don't think they did. That's a lot of work. They got to, like, kill it, like, skin it, and do all this stuff. Oh, and now Rusty Grammar gifting a subscription to LabGlass. Thank you very much, LabGlass, getting that from Rusty Grammar. Cowbell coming in for you in 3, 2, moo. There we go. Cowbells away. Thank you very much, Rusty Kramer. All right, so all of that stuff means we're probably our goal's on Wednesday the 1st right now, at 45, and that's probably going to be gone after we put everything else in. All right, so July 1st, 45, and falling after we put all that in. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative and so grateful for all of your support of the program. Them frog legs, they jump out the pan when you fry. Oh, dude, I think I cooked frog legs at the... Well, I didn't because I was the salad and pastry chef, but I think like they did. I just remember the one chef that would literally eat lamb like raw. And I remember they had a hickory-fired, like, wood stove for doing all their broiler stuff. I love that place. Anyways, thank you very much, Rusty Grammar, for the gifted sub. The frog legs on that frog would be so tiny. They're so small. There's no meat on that frog. You can't eat that frog. You can't eat that frog.
Scary.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning, getting up nice
all right,
and
never
early.
mind. Never mind. It's the end of the interview. They totally ate the frog. They totally ate the frog. No, I'm kidding. I don't think they ate the frog. I go back and forth. They're innocent. They're guilty. They're innocent. They're guilty. What are you going to do about it? So thank you very much, Rusty Grammar, gifting the membership. All right. Where were we at? Oh, yeah, we got other stories to do. We've got about 15 minutes left in the show. I have that little burn to do in 4 minutes. While we're in the Aussie backyard, we've covered a couple of things. We can talk about this place. A popular tourist attraction in a New Zealand town has been temporarily closed by officials after multiple incidents involving human feces. I think I actually did this one already. Didn't we talk about this already? Is there news to this? What date is the post? 10th. That was a while ago. Yeah, I covered this. How bad does the shit have to be that you have to close a tourist attraction? And again, what's unsanctioned poop? Like there's some poop that is sanctioned, like you're sanctioned. You guys allow certain types of pooping? I think we covered this. Could have swore we did. There we go. A little double Dutch rudder action. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate the support. So thank you, Lab Glass. I'm not sure what double Dutch rudder action means, but thank you. I think you would have saved the frog one way or another and tried to keep it alive just to get your lawsuit in. Right? You've got to keep that thing alive in a terrarium. Just a little... Hello, cat. You want to jump in my lap? You can. That's how this works. You jump up here and we pet you. That's how it works, cat. Tag. Come here, kitten. Oh, never mind. And she's up on her cat tower. You sit up there and just rub your face against my monitor. It's only mildly annoying. Yeah, so tourist attraction closed unsanctioned poop. I could have swore we covered this. Could have swore we covered this one. I don't know if I want to. These ducks don't quack. What do you mean these ducks don't quack? What ducks? The dead ducks at the presidential, or not president, the Lincoln reflecting pool? Those ducks? Where are we? There. This is the Quebec town. Quebec town makes history by granting legal rights to trees as living beings. Terrasse-Vaudreuil, a Canadian town in Quebec, has officially recognized trees as living beings with their own rights, declaring they have the right to life, to natural growth, to integrity and regeneration. So what happens now? Nobody can, if you cut down a tree, it's murder? Is that what happens in Canada now? The resolution was unanimously adopted by the town's council on June 9th, with the mayor, Michael Bordeaux, calling trees our biggest ally in combating climate change. Whoopity whoop. The town plans to review existing rules and bylaws to ensure trees are protected or replaced if cut down, emphasizing their role in reducing urban heat, improving air quality, and managing water. I'll just say, like, Canada, Quebec, all of you, if you want to take care of your trees, maybe stop letting them burn every year. Like, you guys keep burning down your forests, and I feel like if you just did a little fire prevention, touch of maintenance, we'd be good. It would all be okay if you just do it that way. Oh, shit, it's 4:20. I got to do the last controlled burn. Here we go for this. Put that in there. Fuck me. Come here. Controlled burn number 2. Happy 420 and send off to the weekend. Still didn't clear those 2 chambers. Fuck it. It's always a pain in the ass to get those 2 chambers cleared. And there we go. And that's what they call a show prop. Took the cat into office work today. The QC office girls, kids spoiled Missy. Yeah, I'm sure if you bring your cat in, they're going to get spoiled. My daughter just wants Integra to love her so bad. And I'm like, you got to give her space. She's a cat who doesn't like to be told what to do. You got to give her space. Town plans review existing rules. The initiative was inspired by Quebec filmmaker André Desrocher, whose film convinced citizens that trees are living entities that breathe and communicate. Cool. So again, does cutting down a tree without permission make it murder if they have the right to live and exist? And you can, I got 4 counts of murder. Why? I was just trying to get the sunlight into the garden. I cut down 4 trees. I didn't know it was murder. Same retards that won't allow brush and dead shit cleared out with controlled burns, so we get to enjoy our summers full of wildfire smoke. Right. But now trees have a right to live and exist. So do we start finding the trees when they don't pick up after themselves? It does to a hippie. What, it makes sense to a hippie? Again, I just want to see them go full tilt and actually charge people with murder if they cut down a tree. Now it's murder. Matthew Quall, controlled burns are necessary around here to keep down on the mosquito population, not just the dead stuff. Honestly, the number one thing to help keep down on the mosquito population is dragonfly larvae. Because guess what those sons of bitches eat? Mosquito larvae. So dragonfly larvae, not a bad thing to have. So that'll help keep your skeeters down. Hippies are the worst form of liberal, and I'm a nature guy, says Rusty Grammar. I don't know. We talk about Quebec giving trees right to life. Yes, Digger, we're talking about Quebec giving literal trees rights to life. Living citizens, the right to exist, to fucking, I don't know. So how long, so is cutting down a tree now just referring it to the MAID program? Is that what we're doing? Is it just the MAID program now when you cut down a tree? You send people in, do it that way. Sparrows and bats are better for taking out mosquitoes. Bats are the best for taking out mosquitoes. I got tons of dragonflies here and ladybugs who finally won the war against the aphids. Yay! So what are we doing about the grasshoppers, though? The last I remember, Digger, the grasshoppers were eating your garden something fierce. So how are you going to survive that one? What are you going to do when locusts come for you, I guess? I don't know. Considering of using your idea of building up an actual bat house. Yeah, the whole thing with a bat house, though, is that you don't want it anywhere near your house. There's rules to look into. Do your research first. But bat houses are fairly easy to build. and set up. They're very nice to have for they give the bats somewhere to go. As for luring the bats into the bat houses, I don't know how you do that. I bet it's crickets as much as grasshoppers, says Mr. Q. Well, whatever it is, flour, all-purpose flour has saved the veg. Well, good for you. I'm glad the all-purpose flour has saved the vegetables, because I know you were very upset about that. We have one last story we'll go to, one more viral video. Again on Facebook. We got a lot of those from Facebook this time around. A viral video. So Australia, we've got spiders, we got snakes. Apparently a viral video in Alabama or Arkansas. Which one is it?
Here's a video that is sure to make you squirm. Yes, that's a whole handful of snakes invading a house, even slithering through the electrical box.
They don't look like poisonous snakes.
Realtor Christopher White says he spotted the scaly surprise at a vacant home he's selling in central Arkansas. It
was Arkansas. What type of snakes are they?
Documenting what he and a potential buyer called, quote, an actual nightmare. His post online has gone viral, racking up tens of thousands of likes.
Cool.
Many of the commenters agreed, burn it down. And another saying, no need to show the house, the snakes already bought it. Christopher believes they're rat snakes which are harmless enough but will still make you squeamish. Apparently, the internet success has been helpful. An exterminator is relocating the snakes, and Christopher says he's seen a few interested investors since the video went wild.
Is that a snake in the actual fuse box?
Snakes, and Christopher says he's seen a few interested
It is.
investors since
That's
the
a
video
snake in
went
the
wild.
actual fuse box. That's not good. Oh, we can build it on the edge of the property. Just worried about them getting into the house after that. Again, that's something you need to look into. Rusty Grammar. All right, uncontrolled, burn that fucking house. Right? A lot of people saying burn it down, but don't worry, he got rid of the snakes, guys. He got rid of the snakes. Don't you want to live there now? He got rid of the snakes. If they're not poisonous, at least there's that. I'll guarantee you there aren't any rats in the area. At least I should hope not. Maybe that's why the snakes were there. Were a whole bunch of rats. So it's a sign of a problem with the house. We have like another story. I don't think we're going to bother getting into it. It's kind of coming up to the end of everything. So, Digger, I can send you my formula for bug spray. All natural does great work, says Mr. Q. It might be worth looking into. So far, she said the flowers got her covered. As long as the flowers keeping it figured out, might not be a problem. But hey, who am I to speak for somebody else? That's not what I meant when I said snake the wire. Oh, man. I really want to snake a deal with this house. Oh, gross. I don't know. That wouldn't bother me too much. The snakes don't bother me as much. The freaking spider. That's the thing. The huntsman spider in Australia. That's the part where I'm like, there's nowhere that's safe. Those things are creepy. There's nowhere that's safe. I'm out. I wake up one night where one of those crawls on my face and I'm never sleeping again. Fucking shit my pants. It'd be horrible. But anyways, it's about time to get out of here. I feel worse now, though. Whoa. I just finished my new display case. I feel worse now, though. I hope you feel better later. I hope you recover over the weekend. Maybe you had the quick little stomach bug that I had, and everything will be fine by Monday. I guess that's the best we could hope for. I'm going to get out of here. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's been amazing. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for the 2 hype trains and all of the subs and support we've had on Rumble. So and everything on Venmo. So thank you very, very much. We're going to get going. Have a fun, safe weekend. We'll be back Monday on the Steel Toe Show. Me and Digger will be back here on Monday. Stomach, no, it's a sinus and congestion thing. Well, I hope it clears up. Mine was a stomach thing. So it is what it is. Anyway, hope you all have a lovely... This is the most Minnesota goodbye freaking ever, man. Jesus. It's what are we even doing here?
Hey, did you hear about that brand new thing? Everyone is already complaining. Hop in the chat, give us a shout. Wait till you